outside, never hide my intentions. Life is a vibe once you fly on a mission. Goddamn, I'm fired, but I like all the pictures and have them thinking, damn, Purdy might go the distance. Had to drop the blizzy, shit would grapple my ambition.
And we are back. Thank you all for tuning back in the middle of the pack. I'm Pip.
I am Fax.
And we are back for another gorgeous episode with a whole lot of football.
Whole lot of football. Like, a lot of football.
Dude,
like
shit had me fucking...
Previewed everything over the past 2 weeks. Get ready for football. This is football. This is football. But now we're in it. Now we're actually...
have football.
Yeah, like, we're not previewing... We will be previewing.
We will.
We're previewing what's already been played, too. We're talking about what's already been played. Like, Thursday night, we get started with the NFL. Over the weekend, we got to see some good college football, some great college football, and
some not great college football.
But we'll get into that. It's going to be very exciting. Play today, ladies and gentlemen, all of those who are watching, especially you, Jackson.
Yeah, shout out Jackson, as always.
And Mr. Tim Smith over there in England.
Shout out Tim Smith.
Proper.
Hope you got your crumpets and your tea ready to go.
I think that's all the ammo it's all we know about England. So
that's all I got. You have a big clock. Your queen died. You have cool looking double buses and
the taxis.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
You play soccer a lot.
Football.
We're American.
It's not coming home.
This is soccer.
Yeah, it's soccer over here, buddy. Get used to it. But yes, the plan for today is we are going to hit our news cycle. Some good stuff happened, some not so good stuff happened. We're going to go over college football, week 1 games week 0 games. I think it is, right? Technically.
No, we had week 0. No, that shit was the Florida State loss to Georgia Tech.
Yeah,
that's week 0.
Okay. I see. I'm still figuring this out. So that part, obviously, Pitt's going to take the lead on because he's our college football pro. And then we're going to move into our preview that's coming up for week 2. And then right after that, the real good stuff that I know, so I'm confident talking about is what I mean by good stuff. Our NFL week 1 preview. So it's going to be a good day. A lot of football talk.
Oh, yeah.
But let's start off with some not football talk, just to kind of mix things up a little bit. Our first piece of news that I want to talk about, and you had a really good take about, so this is going to be some good stuff. Steph Curry signed a 1-year extension with the Warriors for $62.6 million, which I'll say before you get into it, Pip, still blows my fucking mind.
That's a lot of money.
A 1-year deal is 62.6. Like, bro, I would play for a year and then I would leave.
And then just leave.
Yeah, I would be good. I mean,
which he might.
He very well might. I mean, you were saying that this could be it, and fans should be worried, right?
Yeah. So if I was a Warriors fan and I saw a 1-year deal for Steph, there's 2 different ways I'm looking at it. It's either, for one, he only signed for a year. It's 1 more season with Curry. He's up there. He's like mid-30s. So is he A, going to leave? Or B, is he done?
Yeah. I mean,
he's getting older. He still plays very well, as we all saw at the Olympics. Like, he's not, like, regressing. But, like, at this point, you're like an established superstar. You've done all this. You've got every accolade you could ever think of. And he's even said it. Like, the only thing he's missing was a gold medal, and, like, he got it.
Yeah. And,
like,
I mean,
he's already established probably the best point guard of all time.
Yes. Yes, I would say so.
To be this late in your career and you only sign a 1 year, like, I don't know how I would take that if I was a Warriors fan. It's like, great, you got him 1 more time. But what's after that?
Yeah, what's after that? I mean, do you think he's one of those guys who is going to try to go to another team? Because what I'm thinking just now, this popped into my head. Is he one of those guys who is like, all right, let me go out on top before I start regressing? Because you had said the regression part, and I thought to myself, oh, yeah, so maybe he wants to take it year by year, and then if he feels like it's going downhill a little bit, get out while it's hot type of deal?
I mean, it could. I mean, he, for the longest time, like, he's only ever played for the Warriors. And he's always been very vocal about, like, I'm never going to leave. Like, this is where I belong. This is my team. But over the past years, he has voiced that he is not happy with their front office. I mean, I wouldn't be either. They don't know how to draft. They don't know how to develop players. Steve Kerr sucks. Like, they don't do anything to make themselves better. It's like, oh, cool, we drafted Curry, Clay, Draymond. They developed into something great. We brought in KD to just keep that flame alive for just a couple more years. And then after that, they haven't done anything to improve the roster at all.
Yeah, no, they've solely depended on those main three. And now one of those main three is gone. And Draymond...
Draymond's been regressing for a while.
Yeah, I was going to say, Draymond's been going downhill for a minute. Clay's over with Dallas now, right? Yep. So all there's left is Curry as far as like somebody still playing to the level in which they were before when they were that big three that was collecting championships.
Yeah, and that's why you've seen the past couple of years. They didn't even make the playoffs, bro.
Yeah. So I'm siding with Pip here. After he gave me his point, he kind of let me see the light. Because at first I didn't really look at it as nothing other than just Curry signing for another year. But when he brought that up, yeah, I'm on his side. Warriors fans, I would be concerned because
even LeBron signed a 2-year.
Yeah, that's like, so he's either
LeBron's gonna be 40.
So Curry's either gonna be retired, and maybe he'll just end as a Warrior, or you guys might not see him anymore. Regardless, you guys got to get ready for the next step.
Yep.
Like, because otherwise you're gonna be like
the next Steph.
That's what we do here in Middle of the Pack. We're quick.
You feel me?
Yeah. You'll be looking like the Patriots in the NFL right now. Your GOAT leaves, and then all of a sudden, you just turn right back into dog shit. Absolutely fucked.
Because you did nothing with the roster while he was there. You let him carry you, and then didn't ever plan for what happens when he leaves. You didn't think about it.
Which, I feel like there's a couple of people on a professional sports team who are hired to think about those things. Could be wrong.
Really few.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. So,
well, their coach and their GM is butt. So,
might have to look at more than just the roster. Might have to look at that personnel office a little bit too.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure Bob Myers is their GM, and he's historically doesn't do much.
Yeah. So, Warriors fans, look out. Things are changing, and they're going to be changing fast. So you better hope that Steph Curry just has himself a fucking crazy ass year, and also at the same time that everybody on that roster all of a sudden starts playing to a level that is good enough for even a playoff. Nope,
they won't.
But hope matters.
But just don't worry, Warriors fans. After this year expires, like, we got a spot for him in LA. Don't worry about it.
Oh God, no. That's just like, I can't deal with that. I'm not ready yet.
1 year Curry rental, LeBron last year of his contract. Let's go get one real quick, and then we can both just ride off into the sunset together.
That's crazy, but it's not crazy enough to where it's out of reality. So yeah, that's
no, they're best friends, bro. They always wanted to play together.
Oh my God. No. But other than that little piece of NBA news, before we get into NFL news, there is one more thing, and that is news that will surprise absolutely nobody. But Scottie Scheffler won again.
Yeah, again.
There's really nobody currently, I don't think, who's playing any sort of sport that is dominating like he is, especially with how deep the competition is. Because, with golf, as I've gotten into it, I've noticed that sometimes it can be anybody's game. But over the past year, we've seen that that's not really the case anymore. There's one-offs, but most of the time, Scottie's winning.
Yeah, he wins almost every time, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Not even jail could stop this man from winning, so he's got it.
Dragging a fucking police officer with his Lexus could keep this man.
He's got it.
So if you ever want to become very rich very fast, just
Always
get
bet.
insanely good at golf for a year, and the payouts that you get. Like, he got $25 million for this FedEx Cup.
Fuck that. I could do it at home. I'll just bet my bank account on him to win. Like, it's fine. I don't got to go play golf. He'll play it for me.
There you go. And that's why sports gambling is the true future of society. Make it nationally available. What are we doing? Don't let me suffer here in Georgia. I can't do it anymore. I need to waste my kid's college fund on parlay.
It's not a waste if you're just going to build it back with more.
That's
The
true.
next
Very
bet's always a lock. So,
There you go. That's why this dynamic works so flawlessly, because every time that I'm down, it pips me back up. Silver lining. It's all about the money. It's all about the money. It's all about the next step.
It don't matter how much you lose as long as the next bet wins.
I mean, and like you said, the next bet is going to win.
Always. It's always a lock. Yep.
Yeah. Perfect. But yeah, just wanted to touch on that real quick, just to remind everybody or inform anybody who might be getting into golf that you will know the name Scotty Scheffler.
Yep.
He's fucking amazing.
I don't like golf, and I know who that is.
Yeah, exactly. As I'm saying, I barely watch it, but I've known the name since I've started barely watching it.
Yep.
Because he's always on the fucking front. So, congrats to Scotty.
There's your golf update.
Yeah, there's your golf update of the year. Getting into some football news, though. So, the biggest piece of news is what happened the other day. Florida Gator receiver, now San Francisco 49er receiver, Ricky Pearsall, got fucking shot through the chest.
He did. Missed all his vitals, though. Like, he's fine.
Yes, yeah, he's good now. Like, he wasn't serious, and then the next day, they announced that it missed all vital organs, anything like that. So he's, like, in fair, stable condition. And I don't know, Pip, if you saw the video, but, like, one boy walked to the ambulance.
He did.
That's pretty fucking hard. I mean...
Yeah, he did.
That was dope. But yeah, he got shot in an attempted robbery, and the person who shot him was a 17-year-old. 17.
I can't say I'm surprised.
Yeah, especially in San Francisco, too. Like,
Yeah, because, like, we saw it last season. Brian Robinson got shot. Just a couple months ago, Tank Dell got shot.
yeah, people out here, they're really just shooting first now. What happened, man? We used to throw hands.
Nah.
Now we just pulling out guns.
Nah.
Oh, rip. That's crazy.
But, like, at least he's good. He's good.
Yeah, I'm glad he's good. I'm glad. Hopefully he'll recover quickly. I really wouldn't push for a week 1 debut, so don't hold your hat on that. It's probably going to be more so.
I mean, he probably wasn't going to play either way, so.
No. Oh, okay. Yeah, when you have
That team's really deep.
as I'm saying, I was going to say, when you have talent like the 49ers, it's hard because you got Debo, and then moving into our next piece of news, you got Brandon Ayuk, who just signed a 4-year, $120 million contract. And then you got Jawan Jennings and, yeah, Rick Pearsall. But Brandon Ayuk, he signed. He got his money. You were saying that it probably would have been better allocated elsewhere.
I think, I think so, because, like, you just paid what is arguably your 4th best option $120 million.
Yep.
Like, because I know a lot of 49er fans out there are going to argue with me, but I'm taking Debo, I'm taking CMC, I'm taking George Kittle first.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Brandon Ayuk is cold. I like Brandon Ayuk.
Mm-hmm.
But you're the 4th best weapon on the team.
Which is like probably one of the only teams, if not the only team in the NFL where that would be.
That can do that.
Yeah. Because the depth is insane. Debo has been and still is absolutely crazy out on the field. CMC is fucking CMC. And George Kittle, on top of running through, not into, he literally runs through safeties and cornerbacks while also stuffing edge rushers into the dirt.
He's the best blocking tight end in the league. So,
without a doubt. And he's probably still top 5, if not top 10 receiving tight ends in the league as well.
I'd probably say top 3.
Yeah, there you go. So within top 3, receiving, the best blocker, like you do not get better talent at tight end than that. Like,
Man, but the only thing that I could make sense of it is that he wanted his money, but then he also still wouldn't mind a Super Bowl ring. Because you 100% could have got that money on a team where you're the wide receiver 1.
absolutely.
Even 2.
Yeah, at this point.
I mean, he's the wide receiver 2, yes, technically, but no other team in the league also has a running back 1, a tight end 1, and a wide receiver 1.
Who are all top of their class.
Yeah, that are all top 5 in their position groups.
Yeah. So you did get your money, but yes, I have heard that players tend to really like Super Bowl rings.
Yeah.
A lot of the times it's pretty nice to lift that Lombardi at the end of the season.
I mean, but the 49ers are just going to go and choke it anyway, so.
Yeah. Oof. Game manager Purdy, man. Know what I'm saying?
You still got to remember that you're probably going to have to see Mahomes for it. And historically, that doesn't work out for them.
No, it does not. And honestly, man, I fucking hope to God not, but you're probably right. That's the worst part. You're probably right.
Yeah.
They probably are. If you're going to see anyone in the Super Bowl.
Because they didn't do anything but added receivers.
Oh, man, okay, a little bit of note on that. I need to talk about that because I figured out why the Chiefs are so good over the past week. I figured it out. I got the math. I did the science. I did some experiments. So every time that they see somebody in free agency whose name they recognize, they just sign.
Yeah,
why
not?
They just do it. They're like, oh, yeah, that's a good player. And every other team is like, oh, we need to think about this strategically. Does he fit into our scheme?
They're getting in this, not in the scheme, or they're getting old. The Chiefs are like, fuck it.
Yeah, Chiefs are like, oh, I know that name. Yeah, sign him. And then they just have all this depth.
You're like, who cares if we have him for a year? He could help us right now. Let's do it.
I mean, they signed Juju again.
They did.
He's back. That answers our question from the other week. Where the fuck did he go? He went back to the Chiefs.
Yep.
Wanted another ring.
Probably won't play a lot, but, he's there.
Yeah. I mean, shit. It's kind of like a Ayuk deal, except if you were a 6-string receiver instead of a second.
Yeah.
Just go get that other ring, dog.
Hey, man, Hollywood's out week 1, so, he might play.
Yeah. That would be nice. But, yeah, that's why the Chiefs are so good. If you see the name and you remember the name, you're like, yeah, sure.
I'm surprised they didn't end up with Justin Simmons and Stephon Gilmore. And
that's what I'm saying. Like, they make moves like that where everyone's like, oh, I don't know if it's a good signing, but then they're always on top. So clearly they're doing.
I want to make a side note that involves the Chiefs, and I saw it this weekend, and it reminded me that not every player in the league is a bitch, which is great because people like to hop teams and go play for whoever's guaranteed to win or jumps into a roster that's like, we can compete for a Super Bowl right now. The Chiefs offered Josh Jacobs a contract. And he said, no, I hate them. And he goes, I have been their rival for so long. He goes, I have a built-in hatred for their entire team. And he's like, and I don't want to be the guy to go join a super team. He goes, I want to be the guy to beat the super team. I respect it because you don't see that much anymore.
Shit out of that. I mean, yeah, especially coming from a rival team and the rival being an actual rival, that's fucking dope. So
the Giants offered him too, and he's like, they have really shitty turf. I don't want to go there.
Josh Jacobs might be becoming one of my favorite players in the league right now.
Yep.
Just calls it how he sees it, man.
He's like, New York was going to pay me more, but like their turf sucks. I don't want to play on that.
Yeah, I'm not, especially as a running back. Fuck no. Probably why Saquon left, huh? That's probably why one of the reasons of many why he left, but
yeah.
There you go. Shout out Josh Jacobs. Shout out to you, Josh Jacobs. You're not a bitch. And we support that.
Yeah, we do.
Here at Middle of the Pack, we like not bitches.
Not bitches. Good job, Josh.
Hell yeah, Josh. Get it right. But other than Brandon Ayuk, another receiver, but this one is receiver one, CeeDee Lamb actually did.
He did. which was scary because Jerry Jones was alluding to not paying that man.
Yeah, no, I was genuinely surprised when I saw the news, to be honest. Like,
I think Jerry Jones does shit like that to just generate media, knowing damn well he's going to pay that guy.
Yeah, because somebody said, I think it was Dak, after CD got signed, Jerry had said something along the lines of like, oh, you got a guy, and after so many years, you know what you're going to get out of him. And it was alluding to Dak, but Dak just said, yeah, I just don't even listen to what Jerry says in the media anymore.
Yeah.
So, because clearly, after this signing, we've seen that Jerry might just be fucking with all of us.
I think he is. I think he does this shit to the media to just generate publicity.
Yeah.
Because as we all know, good or bad, publicity is publicity. If you're talking about it, it's good.
He plays it smart, too, because he doesn't tell the players of what's really going on. Mm-hmm. He leaves it up to the players to figure it out, because this is
Dak's no fucking clue.
Yeah, this is Dak's second chance at another extension, so Dak kind of figured it out. But CD, this was his first. So CD was like, what the fuck?
He's like, you're not paying me?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, he was like, motherfucker. But all of a sudden, he's like, oh, yeah, here's a 4-year, $136 million deal.
You can be the second highest paid wide receiver in the league. Here you go.
Yeah, so Jerry
only beat out by Justin Jefferson, which is fair.
Well, yeah, that's honestly, the fairest contract you can get. I like seeing that, though. The balance, where it's like, this guy is currently the slightly more talented receiver.
Now that makes you think, though, what kind of market is Jamar Chase going to command now?
Oh, boy. I think...
Because I also think that CD is a little bit more humble than Jamar Chase. So CD probably got that contract and was like, that's fair. I'm not mad at it.
But now you got Jamar.
I feel like Jamar Chase's ass is going to be like, no, I deserve the exact same contract or more than Justin Jefferson, which he doesn't. But
no, he does not. And it's not really to...
I don't think he's better than CD either. So...
Yeah, no, I'd say, I could say he's top 10. I would have to hear an argument to put him in top 5 right now.
I could probably give him top 6.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, because, like, you got other players still that are also playing their ass off right now. Like Amon-Ra St. Brown, that's a very high-rated receiver. A.J. Brown is, like, table-topping corners every week.
I mean, top 2 is Tyreek and Jetta.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. We got Tyreek up. Yeah, Tyreek's 1. Yeah, that's known. Yeah, Tyreek is 1 because, until he isn't. Until he can't do what he does on the field every single week, get the most separation that any human being probably could ever get.
Yep. He
will say number 1 because he'll always be open. And then, we got Jetta. We got CD. Yeah. Jamar, you got a year ahead of you, buddy.
But did I feel like Jamar is not cool with that? Like he's not.
No. Oh no way, no fucking way he is. Yeah, he's like, this is gonna be a very interesting year, and I hope because
he's not even due for his extension until next year, and that motherfucker is already showing up in street clothes late to practice. It's like, bro, you're not even due for your contract yet.
Yeah, I'm getting Pip. I don't know, man. I'm getting real tired of these fucking divas.
Look, bitch, you got more money than almost anyone, any normal person walking around every day will ever see collectively throughout their entire life.
And he's complaining because he doesn't get hundreds of millions of dollars. Yeah,
Dude, I look at $1 million as completely unobtainable. And they're like, you better pay me $120 million over the next 4 years or I'm leaving. Like, fuck you, bro.
Look at Michael Pittman. Michael Pittman got his deal and was like, dope. I'm just going to go back to my farm now. Thanks, guys. And he's like, he is in the top 10. Probably late top 10, but he's in the top 10. As far as, possession receivers catching in traffic, maybe there's more arguable stats that might push him a little bit further outside the top 10, but he has shown to be one of
I think it's more important that he is a consistent receiver.
Exactly. Yeah, he's one of the most sure-handed receivers in the league, statistically, and just has saved us from the hell that they tried to put him through. They tried to Andrew Luck this motherfucker over the past 4 years. And he's still there, and now there's hope. But we'll get to them.
But this dude is fucking begging for a contract while the dude sitting on the other side of the line of him gets fucking franchise tagged, bro. Like, you're being a dickhead because you're not even due for your contract while your co-part over there is getting median salary. Like, fuck you, bro.
Yeah, Jamar, you need to gain some perspective, brother. Like, you are a talented receiver, and it is fun.
Very talented, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, but, dude, relax.
Take your $100 and something million and shut up,
bro. God. Right? Like, once I see the 3 digits, I'm like, yeah.
Good.
Sure. Yep, because that is $100 million that you did not previously have.
And also at the same time, when I see the guys like that they want to command way outside of what they deserve to be paid, and they're like, if I don't get paid that, I'm walking. Do you want your team to suck? Because like you have to pay other people.
Yeah, what?
You're not gonna win a game with one wide receiver.
No, and you're not gonna go win a game with one wide receiver if you go somewhere else and get paid. Like, no, you were not the game changer that you think you do. There are 11 on one side, 11 on another. Like, there's a lot of people who play on that team on the field at the same time. And guess what? If most of them suck, just because you're there, you are not winning them the game. If you want an example of that, just wait a year. Just watch this season and go watch the New York Giants. Please, go watch the New York Giants where they have a receiver who already is showing that you might be extremely, extremely talented in the league neighbors. And then, after this year ends, go look at their record. Did they make the Super Bowl? Because that guy's really good? No. When you see that 2-15, you might rethink some things.
Yep.
So
you gotta be it's a team game at the end of the day.
It is.
And like, and if you ever want to get to that part, like, I get it. Some people don't give a fuck. Genuinely don't give a fuck. They're there to get their bag and they're there to retire one day. They don't care if they ever get a ring, if they ever hoist the Lombardi. They don't care. But like, if you ever want to get to that point, and he's tasted it, he's made it there.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure that it was a great feeling. But if you ever want to go back, like, bro, you gotta take a team friendly contract.
Yeah, you gotta share the love. That's like, it's just the smartest thing to do. Even Terry McLaurin did it, and his team is not going to a Super Bowl, at least now, when they weren't when he signed the deal.
Yeah, he's not getting any younger either, so
no,
he probably never going.
No, probably not. Unfortunately,
but especially like if you already are on a team that can compete at that level, like, it's different. Like, if I was playing for the Giants, because we love shitting on the Giants, it's fun.
We do.
So if I played for the Giants, and I was like, you know what? Like, we're never going, right? Like, it's just not in the cards for the next 6-7 years. Like, it's not happening. I'm going to get my bag. If they're offering me a bag, I'm taking it.
Oh, yeah.
But, like, if I play for a team that's went to the Super Bowl in the last 3 or 4 years, that has a competent roster, that has a star quarterback, dude, I'm going to take the team-friendly deal and, like, let's run it. Let's do it.
Absolutely. I mean, that's the best move to make. Even without you getting paid that much, I was surprised just to see that, especially with the talent that they have, because
they haven't even paid their quarterback yet. So
yeah, so they got that money to move around, but eventually that time is going to come, but they know that their time is now, and their window might be closing soon. So they're doing
in the next like 2 years, their window is going to be closed because they're going to run into cap hell.
Yep, as they always do, and that's what Jamar's going to force up his team.
They're already struggling with cap to begin with. They can't even pay team.
Yeah, after they signed Joe, that was it. So, I don't know. Whose fault is it at this point? Jamar is fueling the fire. Joe got paid, but should he have got paid?
Quarterbacks always get paid.
The quarterbacks always get paid. Yeah, see, it is a very different direction woven, complicated fucking spool of yarn, man. But that's not the move to be making, especially with their team. Like JT, I didn't understand JT specifically until he got signed, and I looked more into the RB market, so I kind of understood. But sitting out, I'm never really for it.
Yeah, the running back market's shit.
Yeah,
no one's paying a running back because they're a dime a dozen.
Exactly. And sitting out for your team, it's like it's bigger. It's bigger than that, man. Like, your millions of dollars will be all right if you just like sit out there, go to
Especially because, like, in y'all's case, right? JT wants to sit out, but then you have Zach Moss came in there and did at least 70% of what JT could have done.
I'd argue fucking up to 80. Like he was getting over 100 for those,
and that's why the running back market is dog shit. Because it's like, yeah, we got a star running back, but watch how quickly if we have a good run scheme, watch how quickly our backup can do almost the same thing.
Yeah, if I'm a running back, I'm just trying to get a longer deal with guaranteed money that's going to make me look comfortable. Like, give me like 6 years and like 80 million. I don't know. Yeah, I still have $80 million that I did not previously have.
Yep.
You think I'm ever going to see fucking $80 million goddamn dollars in my life?
When the podcast takes off.
Oh, yeah. Well, once we sign with Amazon Prime, now that the Kelce's have reset the market, and we are, what do you think? Probably $120 million deal? Because we don't want to go way over, but we do want to obviously...
Respectable,
Yeah. So once we sign our $120 million deal, I'll still be $20 million off.
Yep.
We'll get 60 each, so come on, Jamal.
And I'm still never going to complain.
No. I'll retire. We'll be done.
I'll sign that deal and never publish an episode ever again.
Those 5 years will be up. I'll be like, all right, boys.
You get one a month.
Oh,
and during that 3-week hiatus y'all got between our next episode, I'll be in fucking the Bahamas.
Yeah, surprise. Oh, man. But yeah, that's a very good point. I'm glad we got to talk about that market because I do love fucking NFL market talk because it's important to emphasize to people who watch this, especially those dudes on Twitter who are like, my man deserves to sit. Bro, you're making $60K a year just like the rest of us. Why are you backing him up? We're all struggling. Don't pity the millionaire. Like,
don't let the fucking millionaire diva not want to play football because he's not getting his extra $20 million. Like, fuck off.
I love my team. I love each player on that team. But when it comes to complaining about millions of dollars, I do not have empathy. I do not have sympathy.
No.
Just play the game. I love you regardless, but please play the game. Please sign a contract. Thank you, JT. Thank you, Michael Pittman, for signing your contracts and getting the deals done so I don't have to sit there in a state of anxiety for weeks at a time. You do great things for us. You give us joy, but the money, don't bring that to us. Don't bring that to the media.
Yeah.
Keep that behind closed doors. We don't care about that.
And show up to fucking practice.
Yeah, fucking practice. Like, you're getting paid millions of dollars to practice football? Sign me up. I'll go
that one practice, you probably made more than I make in a year. And you want to show up late in street clothes. Like,
But anyways, we'll move on from that. Next up, we really just have time. It's time for some college football, man.
oh, beautiful.
It is time for some college football. That's right. So we had week 1 over the weekend. And we had some games. We had some really good games.
Had a lot of fucking blowouts.
Yeah. Some teams really imposed their will and set the standard as to what they'll be performing like for this year. Some teams really disappointed some of us. Really let a lot
that hit home a little bit for you, huh?
They really had somebody set their expectations a lot higher than they should have been, and then crushed them.
You had me believing it. I put money on that shit.
Put me in the locker room. I can get these boys going.
That's right.
You want to get that one out of the way first?
Yeah, go ahead. I know you got some shit to say for that.
Okay, yeah. Before Pitt takes over with the actual football knowledge of college, let me just get this out. So Miami and Florida played over the weekend, in case you guys did not know. It did not go in my favor. So Cam Ward, the Miami quarterback,
The transfer,
absolutely fucking dog walked us for 4 quarters of football.
nonchalantly did it.
Yeah, literally walked nonchalantly would rush to the sideline for 5 yards and then would walk the last 6 yards and just threw touchdowns, had these beautiful throws that made our secondary look like third graders.
Dude's throwing side arms, throwing at any angle he wants to, and didn't look like he gave a single fuck while doing it.
No, homie came out there and just was like, yeah, I guess I got a game today. And then just threw for, what was it? I think it was 3 touchdowns, probably more, but oh man, he made us look real bad.
He threw for 385 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Oh. So, yeah, Cam Ward absolutely destroyed us. If you look at the secondary too, while he was making those passes, each of our corners or safeties or whomever was trying to get coverage was roughly 5 to 10 feet behind the receivers that were catching it. And even if they weren't, Cam Ward was still just flicking it, naturally threading the needle. So that was embarrassing. The ending score
was all good. Do shit.
Doing the old douche. Yeah, you seen that clip that we were talking about?
Oh yeah,
dude,
I saw it.
Above the corner in the back of the end zone where only the receiver can get it.
Duchette's a demon. We know that. Middle of the pack is a Duchette fan.
Oh yeah, we are a Duchette podcast. Bunch of Duchettes talking about Duchette. Love it. But yeah, Cam Ward destroyed us. Graham Mertz was 11 for 20. And then he actually left the game because he got smacked into the ground pretty fucking hard. And then our future came onto the field for a little bit, but it was garbage time. So anything that happened with Lagway during the time in which he played, I don't really hold against him or hold in his favor because there was no point. It was just kind of like, get out there, buddy. But he needs to start.
I like Lagway way better than Mertz. I was texting you that shit during the game. Never been high on Mertz.
Nope.
But I do like DJ Lagway.
Yeah, and essentially what I replied to you was like, Mertz is a game manager, and he's going to do the right thing in the sense of go through his progressions, make his reads, and throw. But we do not need a game manager for the Gators. We need somebody that opens up the offense in a completely different way, and that's what Lagway can do. He was one of the top dual threat quarterback prospects in a while, and he chose us over basically every other SEC school. So we have a dude who wants to be in Florida, clearly, because he chose Florida. Somehow Billy Napier was able to convince him that the Florida Gators are the team that he wants to play for. So we need to pay that forward and put that motherfucker up there. And also, we need to get rid of Billy Napier. He is
just for you, now that we're talking about it, when we done recording today, I'm going to go get on NCAA, and I'm going to go do a Gators rebuild. Just for you.
I appreciate that.
I'm benching Mertz week 1. He's done.
Perfect. And I've heard that people love playing as Lagway, so
dude, I've seen, I know it's a little off topic, but so many sims I've done on NCAA, Lagway has won the Heisman. He's a sim god, so
what are we doing? So yeah, Mertz is done. He should be done at least. Probably not because we're not playing smart football.
Billy Napier, I don't think they're gonna. Is he a senior?
Yes.
They're not gonna bench a senior for a freshman. Like it's just
no. Yeah, he's a senior. He's gonna be done after this year. He's not gonna go anywhere in the draft. He'll be a third string quarterback somewhere like fucking Max Duggan was, and then get released after a year.
Be like a Ian Book.
Oh my God, yeah, like an Ian Book. But the game was very disappointing. It was 41-17. That's the final score. I don't know what to do. My only excuse that I gave up to you is, yeah, they went to the swamp, but it wasn't at night, okay? It was the
night game.
Yeah, we need a night game in the swamp. That's when the dogs really come out to play, not the fucking Georgia dogs. I'm just saying, that's when the Gators come out to play.
You don't want them to come play.
No, not yet.
And I honestly, I'm not trying to be a negative Nancy here, but if it looked like that against the top-end ACC team, just think, you got to go to SEC play, bro.
Yeah, we have the hardest schedule in the country, too.
Yeah, it's not going to be good.
Yeah, this might be a rough year, guys.
I'll look at your schedule. Yeah, you got to play Texas A&M.
No.
You got to play Georgia. You got to play Georgia and Texas back to back. Like, then you got LSU. Then you got Ole Miss. And you got Florida State. I wouldn't care about Florida State. That's whatever.
Yeah, Florida State, as long as, at this point, I'm just going to be cheering for rivalry games, which sucks because, it's all SEC top-tier teams, but
At least you don't got to play Tennessee.
might be able to take care of Florida State, though.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that I got moved to the top of my ESPN because I have Tennessee favorited on here.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
But you do have to play them. Scott just looked at y'all's schedule for the first time. That shit is rough.
That's that's been what everyone's been talking about in regards to Florida, is we legitimately do have the hardest schedule in the country right now.
That shit's rough.
It's rough.
That shit is rough.
So this is gonna be an interesting year.
Maybe I don't want to go do that rebuild because I don't want to play that schedule.
Oh, come on. You already said it.
I'm gonna do it, but it's gonna be hard.
Okay. Thank you. I need this.
I might sim the first year though.
I don't even want to see that record after the sim, man.
I'll wait till year 2.
All right.
And I'll really dive in.
All right. But yeah, Florida got dominated. It was sad. Lagway, please start. Napier, please leave. Mertz, please leave. Those aren't going to happen, but please do it. If you really care about Florida, you'll leave. Yeah, that's really all I got. For me, it's going to be a lot of crying on Saturdays. And
I guess before we dive into everything else, I can get my game out the way, and then we'll just go through the highlights and just talk through some shit. Ohio State played Akron. Obviously, we were going to win. We did not. It was 17-3 at halftime. We were winning, sure, but everybody was like, what the fuck is happening? Yeah, well, then we scored a lot of points in the second half. A lot. 17-3 at half with a final score of 52-6. As an Ohio State fan, I watch this every year in, year out. We always start slow. It's just what we do. They probably go in the locker room, get their ass chewed out at halftime, and then realize that, they're a really good fucking team. So let's go play like a really good team. But the main takeaways that I'm going to take from this game, obviously it's fucking Akron. I can't really judge a lot of things, but the couple takeaways I got, Jeremiah Smith, true freshman, number 1 recruit in the entire 2024 class, is a stud.
Absolutely.
First game in college, 6 catches, 92 yards, 2 touchdowns. He led the team in receiving, which that's just wild to do. Because also, he is the first true freshman to suit up and play like that, to start. That's just not a thing that we usually do.
That's insane that he did what he did. He already looked like it's wide receiver university, man.
It is.
It's just they come in, and even as a true freshman, you get dudes like fucking Jeremiah Smith who just go out and impose their will. His longest pass too was a 45-yard. His longest reception,
one-handed, draped in coverage. He dropped his very first pass, his very first target. He dropped it. A wide receiver screen hit him right in the hand and dropped it. He followed that up by getting a false start, and everybody was like, "Oh fuck, this ain't a good look." He also just never dropped anything after that.
Yeah, he said never fucking.
He was pissed. That first drop he had on a 2-yard wide receiver bubble screen, he was pissed. And then he came out and remembered oh, I'm really good at football. Let me do what I do. Yeah. And then the only other, our run game, we had 170-something rushing yards, which is, we're supposed to. We have the best running back room in the country with Travion Henderson and Quinshon Judkins. But
yeah, great duo.
One thing I did really like and what I took away from this game is I like Will Howard.
Yes.
I really like Will Howard.
Yeah, he did great.
He ran the ball. He didn't care if he got hit. He put the ball where it needed to be. That's great, because I had to watch fucking Kyle McCord last year that made me want to kill myself. And to see a quarterback that I actually like again is great.
Like,
'Cause I'm not scared. I'm not worried about. I hated Kyle McCord.
I know, but just let's see a quarterback I like again at 1 year of Kyle McCord.
Yeah, that was it.
We have
Justin
CJ.
Fields, JT Barrett, and like, yeah, we've been chilling, but I had to watch Marvin's last year of college be fucking spoiled with Kyle McCord, and he still almost did it.
Yeah,
But that's just how good we are. Like he fucked it up.
Yeah.
Because he had a wide out. Dude, I remember it like it was fucking yesterday. In the Michigan game, there was a wide open middle down the field seam that would have got us in field goal range, that would have ended it. And the motherfucker just missed it. CJ Stroud would never. Will Howard would never. But one thing I want to touch on before Ohio State, before I move on, and it's for the future. It's not for this year right now. I don't know what we're going to do with all these fucking quarterbacks. Because Will Howard's a senior. He's gone next year. We knew we were only getting him a 1-year rental. No big deal. It's fine. But on our roster, we have the transfer from Alabama, 5-star freshman, Julian Sayin. We have a 5-star that is a freshman this year, Aaron Nolan, also sitting in the quarterback room as a freshman. We also have a 5-star commit, Tavian St. Clair, I think is his name, that is a senior in high school that's coming next year.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck we're going to do. We're going to have 3 5-star quarterbacks.
So,
assuming that Aaron Nolan's going to redshirt.
Yeah.
Assuming Julian Saying is probably going to redshirt. You're going to have 3 freshman 5-star quarterbacks.
Do you think maybe this has anything to do with this integration of the transfer portal? Like you'll have 5-stars that are coming just so they can learn under a really solid system and then move on.
So I don't know, because if I had to take a guess, I would say that Julian Saying is going to be our quarterback next year.
Okay.
Just because that he was at Alabama, I think he is the better of the 2 quarterbacks between him and Aaron Nolan. I like Aaron Nolan a little bit better, but I think Julian Saying is better.
Okay.
Obviously, I can't make a judgment off a high school quarterback. Yeah, he's fucking people up in high school, but most 5-stars do.
Yeah.
He looks really good. Don't get me wrong. He brings back a dual threat quarterback to Ohio State. But I don't know. Like, you're going to have a quarterback room full of 3 5-stars.
Yeah.
One of them are going to leave.
I mean, has to. Yeah.
Especially if they're all freshmen. Like, you might not ever play.
That's very true.
If you want to go to the league, you're going to have to leave.
Yeah, and I was going to say
it's not a bad problem to have. Don't get me wrong.
No, not at all.
Yeah, as you already know, we're going to have Jeremiah Smith for at least 3 more years.
Yeah, there's a lot going down for Ohio State. They're going to be.
I'm not really worried about it.
I think they're the favorite right now to win it all.
Per odds, we're right behind Georgia.
All right, yeah, let's go ahead and move on and talk about them real quick because
so I'm gonna hit the Georgia and the Clemson highlights, and then I'm literally just gonna go down the list as ESPN has it listed. So like, if someone watching is like, "Oh, that's not in order," fuck you, I'm gonna do it my way.
Fair enough.
All right, so we geared up with the Aflac kickoff with Georgia and Clemson. It started off incredibly slow. I think it was 6-6 at halftime.
Yeah.
And watching that game, I almost turned that shit off. Or I was like, this is boring as fuck.
3-10, I think. Or 3-9, 3-10, because Clemson ended up at 3.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're right. My bad. But boring as fuck.
Yes.
And then, so even me watching it, I was like, okay, it's going to be a defensive game. They're going to come back out. It's just going to keep going 3 and out, get down the field, kick a field goal, punt the ball. Boring shit. Yeah, and then Georgia just was like, oh, fuck. We're good at football. Clemson, not good at football.
No.
Cade Klubnik, I mean, he just didn't look good. I don't know how to say it. He just didn't. He didn't handle the pressure well. He couldn't make a throw on the run because he got flushed out of the pocket damn near every possession because their line could not hold.
No, yeah, that was the most telling part of that game, because even looking through this box score right now and seeing the rushing and obviously the passing, but the rushing,
They couldn't do anything.
tough.
They couldn't do anything because I don't know why Dabo Sweeney was so set on trying to just power Maffa straight up the middle. Yeah, I get it. You have a power back, but you're also trying to run into the front seven of Georgia.
Yeah.
Historically, that doesn't work.
No.
Like, if Georgia ever has what you want to call a weak point of their defense, it's not the fucking line.
Mm-mm.
It's not their D-line. It's not their linebackers.
Yeah, running into the defensive line directly of Georgia, does not.
You're going to have to bounce outside if you want to do that shit. Because, like, it's not going to work.
And he was so insistent. Like,
Yeah, that's all he did.
Yeah, it was 16 carries for 59 yards, so an average of 3.7 yards. That just means that every now and then he got past, like, the first lineman.
Yeah, because every now and again they decided to try to bounce one outside, and then he would pick up, like, 7 or, like, 9. And they'd go back and be like, halfback dive. And it's like, bitch, you got a half a yard.
What are we doing? Yeah, Dabo really just...
And Georgia's not you can't let them get momentum. They love that shit. Let them hit you in the back one time, and like their entire defense is turned up.
I was gonna say that's what they thrive off of. And even going through Georgia's like box score myself on their offense, like they were not as nearly dominant as the other teams that we're gonna see here. And obviously because they were against a ranked team, so things are a little bit different. But Carson Beck passing, as I was watching this game, that's who I was thinking of earlier when we were discussing somebody who did a lot of checkdowns and safe passes. That's what Carson Beck was doing for a lot of the first half. Like, they were talking about his completion percentage being super high, but a lot of that game was him just giving it to a safe receiver, and then towards the second half, that's when he started kind of...
Yeah, they aired it out the second half.
Yeah, the second half is when he was just like, all right. But
that Clemson defense in the second half, once they lost all the wind in their sails, they're on their back. They're on their heels, bro. Like, they're not reacting how they should be.
Yeah, no. Because,
And so Georgia's good. We know Georgia's good. Everyone knows Georgia's good.
Yeah. That's kind of going to be the theme. They're ranked number 1 right now. I don't know if after the first few weeks they're going to stay at number 1.
They probably will, because I don't think they're going to lose.
Who do they have coming up? Do you know?
Well, they don't play.
Oh, I
see.
see.
They got Alabama at the end of the month.
Yep. And then Texas later on. So, yeah, that's like...
And then Tennessee later on. And then they also play Ole Miss in November.
Yeah, and they have a really... Yeah, also they play another team in November that they could maybe lose to.
You think?
No.
It's in Georgia.
Oh, yeah, it's... Okay. Well, moving on. But yeah, Georgia's good. Especially in the second half, they looked very good.
I want to say, right before we move on, because this game was a fucking blowout. I don't like the fact that they schedule a neutral site game in Atlanta.
Yeah, that didn't make sense.
That's not a fucking neutral site. That's like an hour from their actual home.
Yeah, Athens is not far away from Atlanta.
No,
it is. Atlanta is far away though from the Carolinas.
Absolutely. It was an away game for Clemson.
Yep.
100%.
Yep. Yeah.
Do I think it would be a big difference if they played in Clemson? Probably not. But like,
it do something.
But like, don't hype up a neutral site game when it's still in the home state of one of the teams.
Yeah.
Because everybody in the state of Georgia is a fan of Georgia. So it doesn't matter if you played in some fucking backyard in some redneck's house in Georgia. Like, they're still going to be all Georgia fans.
Yes. As somebody who is currently in Georgia, I can confirm that everybody I see around me is a Georgia fan. And I'm close to the South Carolina border, but I have to go across that border to see South Carolina fans. Up until the last fucking mile, there's going to be a bunch of Georgia fans all around you in every single place you go. And this is...
You're always going to hear a bunch of, "Go Dogs!"
Oh, God, yeah. I hear it.
I'm sure.
God, yeah. Yeah, Georgia's good, per usual. Kirby Smart's a really good coach, per usual. Carson Beck is going to do something, I guess.
Chew on wood in the locker room.
Yeah, and then apparently at halftime that gives him the superpowers he needs. Takes that fucking pack of two.
They give him a 2x4 and fucking in the locker room at half, and he just chews on it, and he's ready to go.
God. Yeah.
All right, we're going to move on because fuck Georgia at the end of the day. So,
True.
All right, we're just going to go straight on the list. So we got Tennessee that played Chattanooga with the final score of 69-3.
Oh, my God. Nico.
Yeah, so redshirt freshman Nico, don't ask me to pronounce his last name because I probably can't. He's really good. He also barely played after half. I might add that in there. So damn near in one half of football, this man went 22 for 28 for 314 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Jesus.
They had like 40-something points at halftime.
Oh, my. Yeah. Yeah. So
They did. They had 45 points at half.
Oh,
It was 45-0 at halftime.
I think I got it, Pip. I think I got it. Iyama Liava.
I like it.
Yeah? Let's run it.
Nico.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Nico.
The 6'6" redshirt freshman that every Tennessee fan wanted to see play last year because Joe Milton would piss him off all the time. Yeah, it's his team now, and he showed exactly why that he is a starting quarterback.
Yep.
Even on the ground, Tennessee was dominant on the ground. Dylan Sampson is very good at football.
Yeah. Averaging 10.3 yards, 3 touchdowns, a 56-yard run on top of that. Oh, boy.
Yeah, Dylan Sampson's really good at football. Their wide receiver core is slept on. Brew McCoy is back. He was there last year. Dante Thornton. Don't ask me a lot about him. He's a senior. Don't remember who he was last year. I'm sorry. But he's good, obviously. He had 3 catches for 105 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah,
And Squirrel White's also very good because he is back too.
Yeah, get ready to see Tennessee at the top towards the end.
Tennessee's back, baby.
They are. And that's tough for me because I got very, very excited last year when one of our very few wins was against Tennessee. And now knowing that I have to go into this, I'm not very excited.
Tennessee's back. The world is healing. Tennessee is back.
No, don't say that. Just say
Dude, I might do it. As much as I am an Ohio State fan through and through, I still am from the state. So I will always be for Tennessee. And don't be surprised one day if we hop on a fucking to record and I have orange and white checkerboard overalls on. Just don't be surprised.
You guys are going to have to watch me try to hit this 6'2" build man as I get crushed in the ground. Like
I'll probably do it the week that they play Florida. I might do that.
Don't do it to me, no.
But Tennessee's good. They dog walked Chattanooga as expected. Now we're going to move on to Penn State, West Virginia. Penn State won 34-12. I thought this game was incredibly boring.
Yeah, but Penn State does look pretty good.
They do. Drew Aller has been really hyped up for this season, as well as Nick Singleton, which is the 2 highlights of their offense. Like, yeah, they had a receiver go for 117 and 2 TDs, but I think that's more of a Drew Aller thing.
Yeah.
Because, like, Katron Allen is a running back, so, like, yeah, he caught some stuff, but their main focal point of this Penn State offense is around Drew Aller and Nick Singleton. So I don't think it matters which receiver did anything. I think it's just luck of the draw, because Drew Aller's good. Whoever Drew Aller slings it to that day, because he is a good quarterback.
I mean, hey, and he got a couple of rushes too. 6 carries for 44 yards. Yeah, Drew Aller's good. That's
Nick Singleton is a dog.
Yeah. So Penn State might do something, because obviously the score is not. They might do something. Well, I mean, whoa. I'm not thinking like Penn State is going to be competing in the college semifinals, but versus
not even going to play in their conference championship game.
All right, yeah. I just thought maybe they looked good against West Virginia, who sometimes can be a decent enough team.
Yeah, they looked good. They looked real good. But, I mean, they're also in the stacked conference.
Yeah.
And Penn State is always good enough to win the games that don't matter.
Yeah, maybe this is just like Florida empathy. You know, you're in a conference where you're going to get stomped, but when you do good, I cheer for you because I'm like, yeah, it's hard out there, man. Because I get that hope. I get excited.
I mean, they're going to host Ohio State at Penn State. I don't give a fuck. I'm not worried about them.
Yeah, I mean, they don't have like I think they can beat Wisconsin. I think they can beat Washington. They can beat a lot of these guys. They're gonna
somehow they avoided almost every good team in the Big Ten on their schedule.
Yeah, there we go.
They got to play us and they got to play USC, but they dodged Michigan. They dodged Oregon. Lucky bitch.
Oh man,
we got to play all those motherfuckers on the road too.
Well, so hey.
We get Michigan at home this year, but
gotta love that.
I'm so excited. Fuck.
Gotta love that.
They look like shit, but we'll get into that. Moving on from Penn State, they're good. They beat West Virginia as expected. They should have. They probably should have hung like 50. They didn't. But they held them to 12, so that's good. Iowa against Illinois State, 40-0. Iowa finally scores more than 10 points.
Yeah, I want to see how many tickets that did not get cashed for the under. You know?
Iowa. Good shit. You know, even though as much as it hurts me to know that their offense is ran by an ex-Michigan quarterback, it's still something that, like, I like Iowa. They're also in my conference, which I don't like that, but I'm also not worried about them, so it's okay.
Yeah, they're hard to hate, you know? It's just...
They wave to the children's hospital. Like, you can't hate them.
No, absolutely not.
When you come out and see them score 40, it's like, nice.
Good job, Iowa.
Dude, McNamara threw 3 touchdowns for 250 yards. Their running back ran for 120 for 2 touchdowns. Like, it's good. It's good to see. And obviously their defense pinched a shutout, but that's what their defense does.
Yeah, that was to be assumed. You know, we kind of also had one coming. But
I like that. Good job, Iowa.
Good job for Iowa. Happy for Iowa.
I don't have much else to say on Iowa, but I definitely can't talk about Illinois State because I didn't even know they were a football team. So,
yep, fair enough.
Then we're going to move on to Oklahoma State and San Diego State. 44-20. South Dakota, even worse. I just saw SD, and I was just going to assume. So sorry to all my 5 people that live in South Dakota.
Hey, 6, man. The census just came out.
Oh, okay, 6. Right.
Someone had a baby.
Well, Oklahoma State won, as they should have. I don't think they're happy with giving up 20 to South Dakota.
No.
But Ollie Gordon looked good, as he's supposed to. He's supposed to be the best running back in college football this year. Don't agree, but he's supposed to be. So he did his thing, 104. He got the ball 27 fucking times, but their quarterback, he just, he's throwing against South Dakota. So, but he played well. Don't know who he is. The only thing I know about Oklahoma State is Ollie Gordon. Not going to lie to you.
Yeah, he's Alan Bowman, senior. Oh,
yeah, apparently he's been around for a while, and he played well.
Yeah,
he averaged eight. He was from Michigan?
Texas Tech for 3 seasons, Michigan Wolverines for 2 seasons, and now Oklahoma from last year to this year. So he's been around for a long time, just doing a whole lot of nothing.
Doing a whole lot of backupping.
Yeah. And now here's his shot. So good for him. Glad he did well.
They're ranked 17. They looked how they probably should have. And I don't think they're going to be bad as long as they can clean up some defense, because allowing 20 points to South Dakota State's probably going to get your ass whooped later on. But
yeah, that might be tough down the line.
Yeah, because you're Oklahoma State. I'm going to assume that you're going to play Oklahoma at some point. I'll just look at their schedule right now.
Fuck it.
Arkansas is going to score more than that. They got to play Utah. Utah is going to score a lot more than that because Cam Rising, as we'll get to his game, looked great. Kansas State, you're going to score more than that. Yeah, it's really it for them. They have to play Colorado at the end of the year, but we're going to talk about Colorado too. So I'm not even going to go over their game. I'll touch on it at the end, but they played not even a division, not even an FCS school. So we'll get to them at the end. I'm just going to touch on that briefly because I don't have too much to say other than Colorado's overrated, but we're going to get to that.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to move on to Texas and Colorado State. Yeah, that was 52-0.
Yep.
As expected. Quinn Ewers is really good. Arch Manning scored a bullshit-ass passing touchdown, a 1-yard rushing touchdown. But it's cool because the stadium fucking erupted when Arch took the field. So, obviously a fan favorite. Obviously, they're excited to have him because Quinn's going to leave this year. It's good. Texas is really good. Newcomers into the SEC. Great time for them to come to the SEC, too, because they are a fucking powerhouse.
Yeah, they're going to be a problem, definitely, coming into this conference. They're going to compete, and shit, they might
win it.
Come in and win it.
They could.
Like, that is a genuine fear that the competing SEC schools need to have. So, Georgia needs to look out. Tennessee needs to look out. Florida needs to look out. The top 3 in the SEC need to have their head.
They don't even have to play Tennessee this year.
No, who do they have in the SEC that was?
So it's not SEC, but they play Michigan next week, which is a top 10 matchup, which is good. Yeah. Please beat Michigan, I fucking beg you. And then later on, they're going to play Oklahoma. They play Oklahoma and Georgia back-to-back.
Ooh.
Then they play Texas A&M to end the year. That's all their ranked games for right now.
Yeah.
They play y'all, too.
Yeah.
They play y'all, too.
I saw.
They play Arkansas. I'm going to talk about Arkansas when we get to them. Well, I'll have to look it up because they're not ranked yet. But I'm going to look it up, and I'm going to talk about them for a second because I'm pretty big on Arkansas right now.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'll talk about it right now because I'm not going to go over their game. They won. But the only reason I'm high on Arkansas is because of their transfer quarterback. I think his name is Tavian Green. He came from Boise State. Dude is a video game character, to put it lightly. He runs the ball. He runs the ball very effectively, and he's also 6'6".
Yeah, so I didn't watch any of this game, so you're going to have to give me the full rundown on this dude.
All right, you know what? I'll just make it easy. I'll look it up. Arkansas Razorbacks. They played Arkansas Pine Bluff, where they won 70-0.
Oof.
And here he is. Yeah, Taylon Green. Sorry, Taylon Green. He is 6'6", 230 pounds. That runs. He's terrifying. He's got a cannon. He ran, just to put it into perspective, he ran 6 carries for 88 yards and 2 rushing touchdowns.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yep.
He takes off.
Okay.
And he's like elusive 6'6". He's not just like, I'm going to run you over Cam Newton, Josh Allen style. No.
He's going to juke you at your boots.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, he's good. So I'm big on Arkansas this year. Being in the SEC, are they going to make something crazy happen? Probably not. But I think they're going to win more games than they're projected to, just based off Taylor Green, because he is a problem. And that's my take on Arkansas.
I mean, hey, fuck it. I'm definitely gonna be looking this dude up. I gotta see.
You should, because I wouldn't want to watch any Arkansas game until Taylor Green, because that dude is a cheat code. And also in NCAA, Arkansas is like my rival all the time because they're very hard to beat on the video game for some reason. It's because fucking Taylor Green.
Yeah, can't really do much against that. That's fucking insane. So I'm excited to watch this guy.
Yeah, definitely tune in if even the viewers out there, if y'all weren't going to watch an Arkansas game this year, you definitely should. And then we'll move on to Alabama, Western Kentucky, where that played out exactly how anyone expected it to. I think Jalen Milroe barely played.
Yeah, 7 for 9.
They only threw the ball 18 times the whole game and still scored 3 points. So,
I thought that was an error. I was trying to find
no, they ran it 47 times.
Everybody ran.
Everybody did.
Everybody ran. Everybody scored.
Justice Hayes only got 4 carries, and he still finished with 102 yards.
Oh, boy.
Jalen Milroe obviously is going to run 10 carries, 80 yards.
2 touchdowns.
The only thing I give a fuck about, and that I want to highlight in this Alabama game, Ryan Williams. 2 catches, 139 yards, 2 touchdowns. And for all of you out there that don't know, Ryan Williams is 17 years old. The dude should still be in high school.
Oh, man, when you told me that, dude, you blew my fucking mind because I had to look back and see what he did because you were like, yo, dude, this guy's 17. And then all of a sudden I go and look back and holy shit.
17 years old. Still should be in high school. I want to say that he graduated early just so he could come to Alabama right now. And now here he is. First game at 17, and he caught 2 passes. Both went for touchdowns, and he had 140 yards.
Yeah. So,
he's fast as shit.
Seems to be pretty fucking fast. Pretty good at football already, and only 17. Only 17. Everyone, keep that in your brain during the entire season. Every time you see this man, he's only 17 years old.
And if any of our viewers out there watch AJ Green on YouTube, not AJ Green, ex-NFL player, AJ Green, the YouTuber, who goes and does highlights of, he goes to high school football games throughout all around the country.
He does flag football stuff too?
He has his own flag football team called the Trillion Boys. Well, Ryan Williams played on the Trillion Boys. Which is, I remembered the name because I watch all of AJ Green's stuff. I knew I remembered the name, and then he started talking about it on his last video, and I was like, that's where that motherfucker's from. Okay, so this dude has been certified since he was like 13. So that's good.
Jesus.
So Alabama wins big. Ryan Williams is a freak.
Jalen Milroe still good.
Jalen Milroe is still good.
Yeah.
He barely had to play because they won a lot. Also, Western Kentucky's quarterback is 6'7". TJ Finley is 6'7".
Shit.
Yeah, obviously he's not Taylor Green.
Yeah, no. Didn't help him out too much.
A 6'7" quarterback. Kind of crazy. Go get a rebound.
That's insane. All
right, we're going to move on to Ole Miss against Furman. Whoever the fuck or wherever the fuck that is. They lost 76-0. Furman did. Sorry, I almost got choked up just saying that out loud. Jackson Dart did exactly what Jackson Dart was supposed to do. He's a highly touted, highly anticipated return for Ole Miss. He came out and threw 22 for 27 for 418 yards and 5 touchdowns.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, he did that.
Yeah. Can't do much about that.
No, you cannot.
No. And then
Wide receiver Trey Harris, 179 yards, 2 touchdowns. They spread the ball out a lot. That's the only one I wanted to highlight. But I mean, I can't give a lot of perspective on a 80-0 curb stomp.
no, I mean, really, the only thing to say here is that Jackson Dart
did what Jackson Dart was supposed to do.
like to its full potential too. Absolutely.
Yeah, he showed right there. He's like, this is why everyone in the country should know my name.
Yes.
And they're number 6, and they're number 6 in the nation, so they're supposed to be doing this.
Yeah. Good for them.
And then we go over to K-State and UT Martin. K-State's right up the road from where I am. 30 minutes away. But they won 41-6 against UT Martin. As expected, UT Martin is small as fuck.
Yeah.
Avery Johnson looked okay.
Yeah.
Not great. He looked okay. Probably not. I mean, he's only a sophomore, I think. Yeah, he's only a sophomore. But I don't think he looked good enough to be able to keep them highly ranked. But their running back did.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
With 124 yards, he definitely looked good. I mean, Avery, he only threw for 153 and threw a pick.
Yeah, so he didn't blow anybody away.
No, but he definitely won the game, so that's really what matters.
Yeah, at the end of the day, that's what really counts, winning football games.
Yeah, that's really all I got to say about K-State. They beat a nobody school. They're ranked. They won by 30 plus. You did your job.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, the next one is interesting to me as we go to Oregon versus Idaho. A 10-point game.
Yeah.
Which is crazy for me to think about, because if you look at Oregon's stats, you're going to be like, how the fuck did y'all only score 24 points? Dylan Gabriel only had 8 incompletions and threw for almost 400 yards.
Off of 50 attempts.
41 for 49. How did you only have 24?
Oh, man.
I don't know. I really don't know. Especially, and you're number 3 in the country, and you won by 10 to Idaho.
Yeah, something went wrong.
I mean, I didn't watch it, which is maybe why I don't understand, but all I did was look at the final score and the stats. I'm like, how? You should have like 50.
Yeah, I don't really know what happened here either. Huh. Wow.
Yeah, no clue. Dude, even the more I look at it, I'm like, this still doesn't make sense.
Yeah, the more I'm getting confused. Exactly. Like Jordan James, he did pretty good with rushing, 15 for 95 and a touchdown, but what happened?
Yeah.
So,
No idea.
Oregon fans out there, please, if you can explain this in any
My
way.
brother's a diehard Oregon fan, and he's like, I don't like it,
Oh,
and I don't understand how it happened.
Okay, so we still don't know.
And all I texted him back after that game was, this is who you said was going to beat Ohio State? Good luck.
I really wish I could talk shit about college football.
Because also, I want to add, Oregon was at home. They had the home team against Idaho and won by 10.
Yeah. What a weird fucking game.
Yeah, I don't know. If I was an Oregon fan, I don't think I'd be happy right now. But
You can't be really sad. I guess you just kind of have to wait.
you won. I guess that's really all that matters.
Dylan Gabriel looks really good. Just needs to throw more touchdowns.
Yeah, get it in the end zone, buddy.
Yeah. Couldn't hurt.
Now we move on to another ranked game, Notre Dame and Texas A&M, where this game was kind of boring until the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Notre Dame takes this one on the road and wins 23-13. No team looked good.
No.
At all. Riley Leonard looked subpar. Connor Weigman, whatever the fuck, didn't look good at all. 100 yards and 2 picks.
Ooh. Yeah, that was real tough for him. But Notre Dame, I think the rest of the schedule is nothing.
They don't play anyone ever because they're independent.
I was going to say, they're going to be, the ranked team that they got is
Florida State and USC.
Yep. Yep.
which they could probably lose both of them.
They play us. Meaning you and me. They play
Army.
yeah, they play Army November 23rd.
Go Army.
Go Army.
We're just going to run the wing T offense into the fucking dirt.
Hey, fuck it. If it gets us a win over Notre Dame, I'm a happy man.
But Notre Dame is ranked 7th. I think that's kind of a fucking stretch.
Yeah.
I like their coach. I don't like the team, though. I like Marcus Freeman.
I like their coach as well. I listened to an interview with him too. I'm a fan of his, but Riley Leonard did jack shit nothing. He's not Sam Hartman. He's not that gorgeous, long-haired, beautiful man throwing touchdowns.
And they don't have Andre Estime anymore.
Yep. So
Granted, they might stay up there because they don't fucking play anybody.
that's why they're going to stay there.
Are they going to do anything? Probably not. Which also means because they're independent, I don't know this for a fact, but I don't think that they can get that first round bye the playoffs if they make it. Because the 4 teams that get the bye weeks is the highest ranked conference championship winners.
Gotcha. Yeah, so that doesn't apply.
And they don't have a conference. So
It's independent, yeah.
So they could make it, considering they play nobody. But I think if they drop both of their ranked games, I don't think they'll probably make it.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm going to see out of Florida State, so I don't really know how they're going to stack up to each other.
Yeah,
We're going to get to USC when we go over their game, but USC can beat Notre Dame 100%.
Yes, I believe so.
Now we'll move over to
Ooh, you need this one.
that really gross team that plays up north and Fresno State. This was gross. 30-10, and they did not even pull away until the fourth quarter. It was 10-3 at half. Then it was 13-3 going into the fourth. Ugly.
Yeah, it
Wasn't
wasn't
what I hope they don't do nothing. I hope they roll over and die. But giving an analytical standpoint over Michigan, their defense is fine, as it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
They don't know what they're doing at quarterback
No.
because everyone expected Alex Orji to be their quarterback. I thought Alex Orji would be going to be their quarterback. And then I turned it on in the first quarter, and I said, who the fuck is Warren? I don't know who Davis Warren is. I didn't even know he was on the fucking roster because that man didn't touch the field last year. If J.J. McCarthy wasn't in, Alex Orji was in.
Yeah.
So I guess they're going with Davis Warren, considering he played almost the entire game. Alex Orji only had 2 passing attempts and 5 rushes. Unless they're going to do exactly what they did last year with Alex Orji. They only checked that man in to run the ball. That's it. Anytime he came in last year, you could almost guarantee that it was a QB run.
Yeah, that's interesting strategy, especially like you said, if everyone's expecting him to play, then he just goes in just to rush and he passes.
I even talked to a couple of my Michigan. I have a couple friends that are Michigan fans. Really weird dynamic, but I even texted him when this game started. I was like, y'all not, Orji's not your quarterback? And he's like, dude, I was about to ask you the same thing. He's like, I don't even know who this guy is. So their offense didn't look good. They don't know what they're doing at quarterback. Their best receiver is a tight end, which doesn't normally work out. I think they expected Donovan Edwards to be the same, if not better, than Blake Corum, which is off this game, not the fucking case either.
Yeah,
He only averaged 2.5 yards a carry.
Yeah, and as long as rush was 7 yards.
Right. Alex Orji ran for under half the attempts and had more yards than him. Their best runner was Khalil Mullins. Couldn't even tell you who that is. But I think they have overhyped Donovan Edwards. They expected him to be better than Blake Corum, and he's not. And the game wasn't iced in this game until their defense won it for them with a pick six.
There you go.
So it's great to see Michigan not look good. I hope they continue to not look good, because if they play like this against Texas next week, they are going to get dog walked.
Yeah, might be a rough showing.
I'm excited for it.
A rough showing.
I hope I watch it on my phone and they lose by 80.
There you go. That's our look ahead for Michigan this year, brought to you by Ohio State fan.
I have bias, and you all know this, and I'll never fall back on it.
Nothing wrong with that.
And then as we go into Arizona and New Mexico, Arizona wins 61-39 on the fucking masterclass of, I'll try to pronounce this, Teteraoa McMillan.
Yeah, T. McMillan.
T-Mac.
T-Mac.
Who went for 10 catches, 304 yards, and 4 touchdowns.
Who?
Dude is a problem. Dude is a problem.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that's...
He's a jump ball magnet. He has such a wide catch radius. Dude's incredible. If y'all haven't watched his highlight tape and you're just now becoming familiar with this name, go watch it.
Yeah, I have to. I'm one of those that Pip had strongly recommended I go see T-Mac's tape. So,
because it's gross. This dude's catch radius and his body control is insane. So if you're just now knowing the name T-Mac, not to be confused with Tracy McGrady, this 6'5" wide receiver version, go watch it, because he is a problem. He also broke the school record, in case any of you were wondering, with that performance.
I would be surprised if there was a school record that was close to that before. It's pretty crazy.
New Mexico, their quarterback was obviously their leading passer, but he also ran for 130 yards. He was their whole team, and they lost. He's also only a sophomore, and he's at 5'10". So,
hey, man, I mean, for being a sophomore, 5'10", throwing 3 touchdowns, rushing for 2, yeah, that's literally all their points.
Yeah, they did it all. He did it all. Sorry.
Shout out to Devin Napier.
So that's really the highlight and the wave tops of Arizona, New Mexico. T-Mac went off. New Mexico, all their points were scored by one guy. And they lost. So that's good.
It's good.
For someone, I guess.
Yeah.
We're going to backtrack because ESPN puts things in non-chronological order.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
NC State played Western Carolina. NC State has a pity ranking, I think. They looked rough against Western Carolina. They won by 2 scores, but
yeah, they squeaked that one out, though.
Yeah, it didn't look good. I think his name is Grayson. Yeah, Grayson McCall looked okay. I mean, he threw 318 for 3 touchdowns, a pick. They had a good rushing game. Majority of their receiving yards came from one guy. But you struggled against Western Carolina, so I'd hope your offensive stats were inflated, because your defense definitely didn't do their job. No. Excuse me. I'm not going to sit on North Carolina State. They're not impressive. They probably won't be ranked at the end of the year, but maybe because the ACC's kind of butt. Missouri played Maury State, 151-0. Brady Cook looked good, and Luther Burden scored. I mean, the stats of this game, the stats on this game, like, no one has, like, crazy inflated stats because they just spread the ball out so much, and their defense did their job. So that's what happens when the defense does their job and the offense doesn't have to do a lot, but they're still going to score because they're way better than their opponent. Yeah. 51-0, Missouri. No major things to tell y'all because no one did anything crazy.
There you go.
And then Kansas Jayhawks played Lindenwood, whoever the fuck that is.
I'm always so surprised, when it's just like these random ass cities of like, where are you guys?
And the only thing that I'm going to touch on for Kansas is they're going to be heavily relying on their rushing game all year long. The quarterback, Jalen Daniels, threw for 148, but 111 of that went to one person. So I think he has a favorite target. But they ran for 331 yards.
Yeah.
Devin Neal's a problem.
Devin Neal, looking real good.
Yeah, so they're going to be heavily relying on their rushing game. That's evident. Their quarterback can run the ball too. He didn't in this game, but he can. But just going against a no-name school, you kind of at least can give the expectation of what you're going to try to do on offense. And I think that they immediately shown that we're running the ball.
Yeah.
Whether you like it or not, we're running the ball. The quarterbacks, both of them, because Cole Ballard also played, they only threw the ball 21 times, but they ran 44 times. They're going to be a rush-heavy offense, going to let their defense do what they're supposed to do because their defense is good. They have Kobe Bryant and Melo Dotson at corner, 2 star corners, a good O-line. You're going to run the ball and then rely on your defense to get the job done.
There you go.
That's it for Kansas.
Well, now we're going to move on to somebody.
Utah.
Yeah, somebody who's going to be pretty good. I mean, based on with the stats for how much he threw.
Yeah, old man Cam Rising. Threw for 10 for 15, 254 yards, 5 touchdowns, which means that half of his completions were touchdowns.
Oh, man.
Cam Rising is expected to be good. Cam Rising is also in like his fucking 6th, 7th year in college, so
probably learned
things along the way. I'd hope that you have it down by now.
Figured it out.
Yeah. 150 of it went to Dejon Stanley, 150 yards, 2 touchdowns. Another dude had 70 yards, 3 touchdowns. Like, they looked good. I mean, they're supposed to. They played Southern Utah.
Yeah, I don't think that was ever going to be a problem, even if they weren't ranked. You know, it's Southern Utah.
Yeah. I think Cam Rising got a good game to loosen his shoulder up, give everybody a little preview of, I'm actually a good quarterback. No, it was good. It was really good. It was a good showing for Utah. Not a whole lot to go over because obviously they won by like 50. And then we'll get into a really good game that played last night, USC and LSU. My major takeaway for this game, USC won by 7 for those who didn't know. But what I wanted to touch on for both teams, both quarterbacks looked great. Mm-hmm. Looked really good. Miller Moss threw 27 for 36, damn near 400 yards, averaging 10.5 a throw. Only had 1 touchdown. Garrett Nussmeier threw 29 for 38, 300 yards, 2 touchdowns. Yeah, if you just look at stats, he threw a pick. It was the last play of the game. They had to go out there. They had like fucking 5 seconds to try to score. So he threw a pick. I mean, he had to try.
Yeah.
So he threw a pick. Both quarterbacks damn near played fucking perfect the entire game. Woody Marks for USC is good. He is a damn good running back. He is a transfer from Mississippi State. He looks good. Both wide receivers for both teams, they both have a great receiving core. Kyron Lacey for LSU, 7 catches, 94 yards. Some crazy catches. Kyron Hudson for USC, he had 83 yards, 5 catches. Also some wild one-handed catches.
Yeah, and they got depth too.
Yeah, so talking about USC and LSU, both teams looked really good. It came down to the final minute of the game. USC scored with like 8 seconds left. So it was back and forth the whole game. Both quarterbacks looked good. All receiving cores looked good. All the defenses looked pretty good. I wouldn't be mad if I was LSU taking that loss. I would be really excited, though, if I was a USC fan, because there was a lot of skeptics out there saying, how is USC going to play without Caleb Williams?
Yeah.
And I think they got their answer to that.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't agree with the USC fans that were skeptical of Miller Moss, because Caleb Williams did not play in their bowl game, and Miller Moss did. He scored a school record 6 touchdowns in your bowl game. So I think he gave y'all what you wanted to see a while ago. You just were so hung up on fucking Caleb Williams is gone. What are we going to do?
Yeah, I think it's pretty obvious that Miller Moss is more than capable of helping your team win football games.
Yeah, and I don't understand why anybody has ever doubted Lincoln Riley on how to coach a quarterback. But you shouldn't.
Nope.
You shouldn't doubt. You can doubt Lincoln Riley on a lot of things, but don't doubt that man on how to coach a quarterback.
No. Miller Moss is fine. They're good. LSU definitely has some things to look back on if they want to compete, because, yeah.
Yeah, and I hate LSU's coach, so a lot.
You don't like Brian Kelly?
I fucking hate Brian Kelly.
Why? Where'd he come from that you hate him so much?
Notre Dame. I think he's an overhyped quarterback that is coach, my bad. That is incredibly corny. It doesn't do anything.
But you didn't see him after the game slam the table in anger to motivate.
Whoa. You should have just coached better.
Yeah. That's probably the best strategy for Brian Kelly. That's what I would recommend too.
Like Brian Kelly.
Middle of the pack is their advice to Brian Kelly is coach better.
Yep.
Try it out.
That's it. One last game that we're going to touch on before we move on to a preview of week 2. Oklahoma against Temple. I mean, I don't have a ton for this game. Oklahoma beat them by fucking 50. Temple sucks. We knew that. Jackson Arnold threw 4 touchdowns, but under 150 yards, so that's good. I mean, you scored a lot. You didn't throw a lot.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Nobody has any crazy stats to touch on. They spread the ball out a ton, which is kind of what happens. It's kind of what happens when you're in a blowout. Everybody kind of just gets the ball.
Deion Burks.
It happens.
He got
3 touchdowns.
For 36 receiving yards. That's wild.
Right. He scored almost all of them from the goal line or the red zone, which is fine. I mean, everybody is going to get their touches in a blowout. Your backups are going to come play. People that normally won't go insane are going to show out and do their thing. They won. They're supposed to. Now, as we look into week 2, you want to touch on Florida's week 2.
Yes, Florida is our get. This is our get right game. We need this. We're going against Samford. S-A-M Ford. So, exactly. I'm already reading your guys' mind. Exactly. No, who? We don't. Yeah, we don't know. But Florida has a get right game. This might set a better precedent for us to get our bearings back. Going against essentially re-energized and rejuvenated Miami team. Looking back, that might have been a bad game to really hang my hat on. But going against Samford, we live and we learn. Going against Samford is going to be an opportunity for either one, Graham Mertz to figure out what he's going to do for the rest of the season, or 2, us to get our heads out of our ass and put DJ Lagway in him and let him go stupid for a full game, so that way we can give the Gators some hope. That probably isn't going to happen. I'm aware that's not going to happen, but let me live in delusion for a little bit longer. Please. But yeah, that's going to be our get right game. I'm not worried.
So Ohio State has Western Michigan. In Columbus, we're favored by 40. We still get warm-up games, so that's cool. I would definitely probably take the spread of 38.5. I'd probably take that, but we still get our warm-up game. I don't anticipate anything crazy to happen unless it's a repeat of this week, or we just start slow and then win by 50.
Alternate spread of 45?
Maybe. I'd take it. I don't expect us to score under 40, and I don't expect them to score more than 7.
Yeah.
So, wouldn't be mad at it. We're still getting our warm-up games. We're one of the best teams in the country, and we're going to continue to do that. All right, so for all the rest of the college football fans out there, for our preview, I'm just going to briefly touch over the ranked-on-ranked games. I'm not going to bore y'all with telling you that Penn State's going to play fucking Bowling Green, because I don't think anyone really cares. So, ranked games, Tennessee versus NC State in the Duke's Mayo Classic. What a game. Tennessee is favored with the spread of 7.5. I definitely see them winning by more than 7.5. Considering
I would strongly
NC State just struggled with Western Carolina, and Tennessee hung 70. So, and it's at a neutral, quote unquote, field. It's at the Panther Stadium, Bank of America.
There you go. I could definitely see.
I mean, this one isn't as bad of a stretch as Georgia playing on their neutral field in Atlanta. Yeah, NC State, Bank of America. It's in North Carolina. But at least, dude, you could be in from the edge from Western or Eastern Tennessee to North Carolina. You could be there in like an hour.
Yeah.
So like Tennessee fans travel. I also know that for a fact. They will be there, especially because they're good again. They'll be there.
Oh yeah, I mean, Nico ignited the biggest fucking fire ever over this past weekend. So
because you got to think, majority of these Tennessee fans have been diehard Tennessee fans even for the last 15 years when they fucking sucked. So if you want to see a lot of orange and white, let Tennessee be good. And they are.
Yeah, they're going to be good. I would definitely put an alternate line over for this one. I'm
definitely cool with Tennessee winning that one. I definitely don't see anything else happening. And then we move on to the highest ranked on ranked, Texas versus Michigan. Texas has a spread of 7, and they're expected to win, money line wise.
Are they going to expose Michigan this week?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Texas
wins. No, Texas wins this game by 2 scores.
Okay.
In Ann Arbor.
Okay.
Take that to the bank and cash that in right now. Get on FanDuel, get on DraftKings.
That's right.
Texas wins.
Texas wins. Okay. I mean, yeah, you heard that here first. Mr. Dave Portnoy, Taylor Lewan, the Michigan fan.
I heard it.
Y'all about to get fucking...
No. Even if you're a diehard Michigan fan, you can't tell me they look good week 1. Can't.
That's true.
You couldn't seal off Fresno State until the 4th quarter. You had to wait for your defense to actually do it for you because your offense looks shit. You don't know what you're doing at quarterback. Your receivers aren't that great. You have a great tight end. Colson Loveland's really good. But you don't have great receivers. You're confused at quarterback. And Texas knows what they're doing.
Oh, yeah.
They're very established. Their offense is great. Their defense is arguably better.
This might be a rough game for Michigan.
Good.
Might be a really rough game for Michigan.
Good. Oh, and I know this isn't ranked on ranked, but Oklahoma State plays Arkansas. Take Arkansas money line.
Yes, I will be now. After your analysis and your education on who this man is, I will be.
Oklahoma struggled. Oklahoma State struggled against their non-ranked opponent last week. Arkansas hung 70 on theirs. I like Traylon Green. I'm probably going to bet Arkansas money line on that. But I'm not going to stay on it because I told y'all we wouldn't.
Yep.
And then we go. Is there another ranked unranked game?
No, not that I'm seeing.
I don't think so.
But there is one game that is interesting to talk about. Oh, nope. Yeah, there's one game that I want to touch on real quick because I feel like this is going to be the full exposure.
Is it Colorado?
Colorado.
Yep.
Colorado.
Yeah. I definitely think this is the week where Colorado gets absolutely exposed.
Yes.
Colorado is a fun team to watch, but realistically, they have 3 players that are worth a fuck. If your name isn't Shador, Travis Hunter, or Jimmy Horn Jr., you're not good.
Which is really tough because 2 of those players are descendants of NFL legends.
Correct.
So all you have is Travis Hunter, really, who's that fresh blood. Other than that, those 2 others are supposed to be good. So they don't really have a choice. And Nebraska, they struggled last year, but they started off real well this year.
Yeah, Dylan Raiola is actually good.
Yeah.
He's met the hype.
He might just hurt Colorado in a way to where a lot of people are going to give up.
Probably. So, I would.
Yeah, I would too. I'm definitely expecting Nebraska to win this. Already favored, -7. Take them. It's the smartest thing to do. Don't believe in Deion's team. Like, don't get fooled.
Their defense barely beat North Dakota.
I'm so tired of that. It's just like I'm so tired of them being fooled. Everyone got fooled for the first half of last year, and then they kind of saw reality. But then in the offseason, they did it again.
Because they have Deion.
Yeah.
If Deion wasn't their coach, like, no one would care.
No. Even if Shador was the quarterback.
They could have the exact same roster and be like, oh, yeah, Travis Hunter's really good, but, like, who cares?
Yep. And that's what they're going to do. And Deion will not be answering any of our questions in post-game interviews, but that's okay. That's okay, Deion.
Just know I love you, Deion, though.
Yeah, like, it's not going to change who you are, dude. You're already done playing, so you've established.
You're my favorite corner of all time, and I will quote you probably till the day I die. But I don't think the roster is that good.
Piece of shit, and you could spit on my face, and I'd be like, oh, I love you, Prime Time.
Thanks, Prime.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Well, that's college football.
Yeah. Now, like we said, we did preface this last week. This is going to be a longer episode because now we're going to get into what I'm very, very excited for, and I'm going to be glued to my TV for most of this week. We got a lot of NFL football to be played. Our first week, our first test to see where our teams are going to lie, our first chance to get way too excited for things that will be very insignificant in like week 15. But that's what week 1 is for. Week 1 is for us to all overreact and tell each other when we're going to the Super Bowl and how we go to the Super Bowl, and basically saying we're all going to be 17-0. So let's get to the schedule of week 1. First, we got, what a game to start off with.
Right. It was a great starter game.
We got the Ravens and the Chiefs to start off week 1. That's going to be awesome. Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson. I mean, right now, Kansas City is the favorited, but it's only -3. I don't know what I'm going to expect coming into this game because part of me kind of wants the Ravens +3.
I like that.
Because I think it's just because it's going to set that precedent that everyone has every single year. Is this the year that the Chiefs fall off? It just feels right. Yeah, and then they don't. But it just feels right for game 1. Like Lamar coming off of the MVP win. He has
Derrick Henry.
Got Derrick Henry. Who, okay, I'm not super high on, but I could be wrong.
You added one of the greatest running backs in history to the best rushing offense in the league last year.
I know. I just think...
Yeah, he's old, but like he's still Derrick fucking Henry.
Adrian Peterson was still Adrian Peterson, you know? But then he got old.
I mean, Derrick hasn't really regressed like that, though.
Yeah. We'll see. That's what I'm saying. For this specific take, I'm not like, this isn't something that I'm glued to. I'm more than okay with being wrong. It's just more of me playing the devil's advocate just because.
And also, you got to think, when Adrian Peterson got older, he lost some of his elusiveness. Derrick hasn't been elusive at all, ever.
No, he's always been just fucking
He just runs through you. Yeah, he just will just run through you. And as long as he just didn't stop going to the gym in the offseason, he's fine. He's good.
Yeah. So for this game, I'm definitely going to say it's going to be Ravens +3. It's going to be exciting to see Xavier Worthy get out there and play for the Chiefs. I'm more excited to see Zay Flowers in his second year. That's like, he's one of my top breakout year candidates for this whole season.
I like it.
Ravens +3. Pip, you seem to like +3. Anything else you look for? But I don't know.
Nah, I think I'm just excited for football, and I agree. I'll take a +3.
All right, there you go. You guys, we all know who these teams are, so now it's just going to kind of see which team is going to start off hotter.
Yeah, I'll just let y'all know for this week 1 preview. We're not deep diving into this shit. Well, they're projected to do this, and they're going to do this. No, I'm going to tell you who's playing. I'm going to tell you who I think is going to stand out and who I think is going to win. And I'm going to keep pushing.
Yep, because this is week 1 of regular season, so we don't know. We gave our analysis for the preseason because of the stars coming up, determining that roster, but now that it's week 1, we got to wait. So get ready. Next, though, we got Friday. Friday game. Wow.
This is the stupidest fucking game I've ever seen.
Yep. Oh, yeah, no. I mean, fully on your side. Friday game in fucking Brazil.
It's not even the fact that it's on Friday or it's in Brazil. It's the fact that you pick 2 green teams and make them play in a place where they can't wear green. Like the Eagles had to make brand new uniforms.
Oh, man.
They are wearing all black and white uniforms.
Yeah, and then what? Are the Packers just wearing all gold?
Couldn't tell you. But it's it's cool. Like if you want to schedule teams to play in Brazil, expand internationally and whatever, probably don't pick the 2 green teams to go play in a place where the gangs are so bad with the color green that you're scared.
Yeah.
Like if it's that big of a deal to do that, probably don't schedule green teams. Like there's plenty of teams in the league that don't have a lick of green in their color scheme.
No. I mean, as far as this game goes, I think people are way too excited about Jordan Love. Like, you can be excited about him.
He still doesn't have a great receiving core. So
exactly. He's got Romeo Doubs, Jalen Reed, and Christian Watson, who couldn't stay healthy last year. Romeo Doubs, he's probably the best receiver on that team. But as far as a quick little look into your fantasy drafts, he's the lowest rated Green Bay receiver, which is weird. I think he's the best one. But I see Philadelphia -3. I'm taking that. Also, I'm looking at the under 48.5. I kind of like that. Because these are 2 teams that have to figure out what they're going to do. They might come out looking hot all of a sudden, but I feel like it's going to slow down. And I feel like it's going to slow down fast. So for me, I wouldn't be surprised if Green Bay came out of this game with 10 points. So yeah, that's honestly I'm fully on your side for that. So
I wouldn't be shocked if we watched this game and the final score was 21-10.
Let's do it. There it is. There's your prediction right there. 21-10, Philadelphia.
You can even go into DraftKings and go to guess exact score.
Yep, 21-10. Heard it here first. We're going to be right. Come on. It's
always
Pip and Fax.
It's time for some delusion. Because guess who's next?
Yeah, I see. So, we have a ridiculous line to start off this game. We got the Colts and Texans at 1 p.m. For some reason, the team that lost to Gardner Minshew is favored by 2.5. You can build whatever team you want. It doesn't matter. When we have Shane Steichen leading us to victory, CJ Stroud, he's probably going to throw for 300 yards, and his percentage is going to be absolutely fucking ridiculous. But keep in mind, here's a couple of things to consider. The Colts were the highest scoring team last year. Every single game that they played, they scored over 18 or some shit like that. It was a weird number, but they scored over that. And the Colts, they have something to prove too. Our biggest crutch right now is that we don't know what Anthony Richardson is fully capable of. But other than that, we have a great running game in Jonathan Taylor. who looked good when he came back. Even when he came back, he still started coming back into his own towards the end. We have a underrated receiving core with Michael Pittman. Alec Pierce all of a sudden started catching footballs in the preseason. Maybe he'll stop again in the regular season, but who knows? Adonai Mitchell, I'm excited to see him. He already looked really good in the preseason. Our tight ends are our tight ends. They block well, and some of them can catch passes. Defense, Zaire Franklin. I'm excited to see him out there. But yes, in all seriousness, though, this is going to be a really good Week 1 game as far as the division rival goes, because we have really good coaching against really good coaching and really good talent against really good talent. Because I promised I would respect the Texans, so I will. CJ Stroud is fucking fantastic. They have an amazing receiving core with Tank Dell, Nico Collins, and Stephon Diggs. They have Dalton Schultz as a tight end who, it's crazy to me that he ever left, but he found his home in Houston because people love him there.
Yep.
Their secondary is going to be hard to face with Anthony Richardson. Like, he has a challenge going through Week 1. He's going to be going into the mud. So 2.5 for me. I'm taking Colts money line. Pip.
Not taking Colts money line. I mean, if you want to make money, you take the Colts money line, but it's also the risky one.
All right. So what you got?
I'd probably take. I'm not going to take spreads. I would definitely take the over 49.5.
Yeah, that's okay. All right. I like that.
I take over 49.5, but then I would also, if I was to group them together, I'd probably take over 49.5 and Texans money line.
I like that. Ow. Why do you? Why? All right. I mean, you know what? You'll know. I'll let you know Sunday. I'll send a pigeon, drop off the score.
Bet.
With our cashed-in things, I got you. But hey, you know, this is proof, guys, right here. This is how strong a bond between two gentlemen can be. Even though Pip is currently crushing my heart into a million pieces, I still love him more than like himself. We're gonna find out on Sunday what happened.
We will.
But it's good. No, but seriously, it's gonna be a great game. I'm very excited for this game. Starting off, huh?
We will also find out what's gonna happen with the Panthers.
Yeah, you want to go into that?
Not really.
I mean,
I'm excited. You know, I mean, I saw this article that it was like you couldn't look or judge Bryce Young's rookie year in comparison to this year.
No.
This is like the first year where we're actually going to get to see if trading our fucking future away for him is worth it. I hope it is, because he looked good. As we talked about last episode, he looked good. I think the Saints are ass. So it's not a terrible opponent to go against first. It sucks because it's an away game for us.
Yeah.
But I definitely think it's winnable. And it's definitely helps that it's also a divisional game. So New Orleans has a -4 spread. I don't know if I'd take it. We both fucking suck on offense. So yeah. I'd probably also try to take the under. So
yep, that's what I was going to say. Under, same here.
I'd probably take the under. I don't like betting money lines on my own team because every time that I bet for us, we lose. Every time that I think we're going to lose and bet against us, we win. So now it's just more superstitious of me. If the Panthers are playing, no money lines will be bet.
From Pip's side, but I got the under and I got Panthers money line, baby. Plus one. Okay. Bryce Young's coming back. Y'all slept on him last year because he had the worst coach in the NFL. I believe in my boy Pip, and I believe in Bryce Young. I think he is what the Saints used to have in Drew Brees. Watch out for Bryce Young this year.
That was his draft comparison.
2 touchdowns. Deontay Johnson, 2 touchdowns. Still bet the under, but Panthers
still bet the under. That's probably the only touchdowns.
17-14.
Lock it in.
Lock it in.
Pinheiro walk-off field goal.
Yep. Walk right off the field. It's a winnable game. I don't think the Saints are anything special. They have the worst coach statistically with the worst record in NFL coaching history. Fun fact, Dennis Allen sucks. And
Derek Carr's overrated.
And Derek Carr's overrated. Perfect. There you go. Panthers. Pick the Panthers. Do the right thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll hype
That's
you
what
up.
we need. That's what we needed.
Let's go. Keep fucking pounding.
Keep pounding, baby.
Moving on.
Next.
Next, we're gonna go right back to the order we were at. Cardinals and Bills. This is gonna be exciting because we're gonna see Marvin Harrison Jr. That is like the biggest takeaway I have for this game.
Yeah. I almost want to say something crazy.
No, go ahead. That's what the show's for. Please.
I would almost take Arizona money line.
Okay.
And I'm saying that because, yes, Josh Allen is good. He lost all his receivers. He has a middle of the pack running back. I think his running back's nothing special. It's just another dude that gets the job done.
Yep.
They lost a solid chunk of their defense.
All
and it's generally Josh Allen. It's like, that's it. And to see that money line being Arizona plus 220, I don't see that being very far-fetched. Considering Kyler's back healthy, they added a wide receiver one. Their defense wasn't bad to begin with.
Yeah, Jonathan Gannon can coach a defense. He did it in Philly. And
the
defense last year, although they didn't get a lot of wins, that defense looked fucking mean.
Yeah, so I don't think that's a very far-fetched money line, to be honest with you. Because you don't have Trey White anymore. So who's covering Marvin? Probably nobody.
No. Fuck it. Yeah, no. Fuck it. We ride. Cardinals money line, baby.
Let's fuck the Bills. Let's do it.
Fuck the Bills. If the Bills want to self-destruct, that's their problem.
Yep.
And Arizona is going to take advantage of that. Cardinals money line. Let's go. Next one, we got an easy one right here.
Bengals by 20 plus.
I could take, if you want to get a little risky with it, you could take the over, just because of how many points the Bengals might score.
You could take the over and the spread.
Yeah, but that over is really going to depend on if the Patriots score any points themselves.
Yep.
The Bengals are going to carry that over, but the spread, I am comfortable with.
Yep.
Yeah. Jacoby Brissett, I guess, is starting.
Garbage.
The Patriots are just you're going to see them light themselves on fire this year. Gerard Mayo is not the answer. Jacoby Brissett definitely isn't the fucking answer. I mean, I love you, Jacoby. You did a lot of good.
I don't understand. If you're already trying to rebuild, why not play your rookie?
Dude, this guy thinks he's fucking the next Bill Belichick, obviously. So
why not play the rookie?
Yeah,
your rookie's already better than Jacoby Brissett. Why waste the reps that Drake May could be getting?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense
anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I fucking hate them too. I hope they crash and burn for years to come. So,
Bengals win
for me. We already talked about Jamar, so we already know how we feel about the receiving core, but they're still going to do good.
They're still good.
Yeah. So
Joe Burrow said Jamar's playing week 1. So
yeah. Joe Burrow is going to show that, like, he's going to start off a lot better than he has the past couple of years. I think this is going to be his game where it's just like, okay, he's Joe Burrow.
Yep, he's back.
This is a very good game for him to start. Yes, Cincinnati -9, take it. If you're feeling fucking saucy, yeah, take the over. But I'm not going to. I wouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
No. Next up,
easy one.
Yeah, a crazy line for in my eyes. Minnesota
1.5.
Yeah, Minnesota is favored by 1.5.
I'm going to tell every viewer right now the best way to make money this year. You ready?
Please
take so you're gonna put $10 in to start the year. Go to every Giants game on the schedule, bet against them. Bet money line on any team that they're playing. Roll over your winnings into next week, and just keep stacking it all into that, and just keep building it. And then you're gonna cash out the year a very rich man.
Yeah, this is the best advice I've probably ever heard, I think, in my life in general. It doesn't get better than that. So do exactly what Pip says. Yeah, bet against the Giants every single week. That spread is an insult even to a team with a backup quarterback, because if you don't know who Sam Darnold is in week 1, you don't watch football.
He's a god.
This is the 1 week that you are going to get what you need out of Sam Darnold. We're just going to throw 3 touchdowns and maybe even 1 pick where it's kind of like, oh, but then he's going to come back. He's going to do good week 1. And when you're throwing to fucking Justin Jefferson
and Jordan Addison,
yeah, how much room for error do you have?
not a lot.
Not a lot.
A lot. You can mess up, and they're going to catch it anyway.
Exactly. So this is just, the Vikings. I mean, I guess everything makes sense here. The spread is -1.5. The under 41.5. If you want to be weird, I guess you can do money line, but you can be comfortable with the spread here.
100%.
Yeah. So good to go for there. Giants suck. Oh, let's go over this real quick. Giants, I have a solution for you. I'm going to do this in a minute. Here's what you need to do. Giants, you need to take any second string or third string quarterback in the NFL, and you need to sign them. And then you need to immediately make them your quarterback 1. Now you're thinking, oh my God, I paid Daniel Jones so much money. What do I do? Here you go. If you remember 2, maybe 3 years ago at this point, there was one play where it was a triple option or some shit like that, and the ball was thrown to Daniel Jones, and he made a spectacular catch and got leveled after, and he kept possession. So Daniel Jones is a tall guy. He's also a rushing quarterback. So I think that Daniel Jones could be the new New York Giants tight end.
I like it.
Tight end. Reset the market. The tight ends deserve to get paid. They're some of the most talented football players in the league. So here's your chance to reset the market, reset Daniel Jones's career, and make something of the New York Giants. I would rather have Drew Lock, who, no matter where he goes, he throws so many interceptions. I would rather have him throwing to Daniel Jones than anybody having to catch a pass, or try to catch a pass, I guess is better, from Daniel Jones. Giants, you may email me, hitofthepack@gmail.com. I will take my payout. I will become your new GM because I am better than who you have now. There you go.
Cool.
Yep.
Titans, Bears.
Titans, Bears. Wow. Bears -4.5. Huh.
I don't think the NFL is going to let the Bears lose this game.
Yeah, I think that script is written.
Yeah, Bears at home. Caleb Williams, the golden child. First game in the NFL at his home field. Dude, I don't think they're going to allow the Bears to lose this game.
I don't think they're going to.
It also doesn't help that the Titans aren't good.
Yeah, I don't think the Bears are going to lose this game, but I'm kind of leaning towards a field goal type of deal. Titans +4.5. Bears win by 3. I don't know.
Okay.
That's okay. That's definitely more of the risky take here. We're getting into
that's the risk. If you want the lock, I would definitely just take Bears money line.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That one. Bears money line -240. That's the easy one. And then if you want to get spicy, see what happens. I'm excited to see Caleb Williams play. I'm excited
too. And the Titans secondary kind of sucks. So
what are you talking about, man? They got L'Jarius Sneed.
That's it. And old man Jamal Adams.
The man who got away with the most uncalled penalties ever in the league last year. Watch L'Jarius Sneed play corner. He's not good. He just gets away with shit. He knows where to
go. Old ass Jamal Adams.
Yeah. And then I think that's it, right?
They got Jeffrey Simmons, but he's been there forever.
Yeah. Yeah. So
because they released Caleb Farley.
They got rid of Kevin Byard a while ago.
Yeah, I think he's in Chicago.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. So
if you want to be risky, take the +4.5. If you want to play safe, bet Bears money line.
Yep.
I think that money line's a pretty decent lock, to be honest with you.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think Bears take this one. going to be excited to see what Caleb Williams can do with his offense. You got DJ Moore, you got Keenan Allen, you got Rome Odunze, you got DeAndre Swift, who, like I said earlier, Cole Kmet, great fantasy pickup, late round fantasy pickup. I did it. I got like Cole Kmet like round fucking 12. It was awesome.
I got DeAndre Swift.
Yeah, I know. I was very upset that I didn't get him. I didn't get him with the other league either, dude. I was pissed.
Hey, man, it's okay. I'll succeed with him.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Next game, we got the Steelers and the Falcons. I think the Falcons are favored in this game because of their defense. And
I think they're favored because of everything.
Yeah, well, I was gonna start with their defense, and then I was gonna go into. Then they also have Kirk Cousins, who's here, who's a lot better than Desmond Ridder, and he's better than Russell Wilson and Justin Fields. And then also Young Waiku, like, you have a great kicker. So every single part of the game, the Falcons are going to be better than the Steelers in, except for possibly the defense might try to give the Falcons some problems because that's what you get with TJ Watt. That is just that is known. But
I definitely like the -3 spread, though.
Yeah, I think that's our safe bet too.
I think they're definitely winning by more than 3.
Me too. I think that Kirk has at least 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Start off. Drake London, maybe even give everybody some hope, get one to Kyle Pitts.
And then you still got Bijan on the ground.
Yeah, they might. Ooh, sorry, buddy. They might do something.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Okay. Sorry.
I'm aware, bro. You got to think, I've been in a division that was ruled by Drew Brees, immediately followed by Tom Brady. I'm used to it, bro.
Fair enough.
And it's like, oh, now our division sucks. And it's like, well, fuck. The Falcons got rid of their 2 problems, their coach and their quarterback. Damn it.
Just, they can't let my boy Pip be happy. Fuck you guys.
That's okay. We'll be up. Don't worry about it.
All right. Yeah, no. You already saw it. I already went in with it. Keep fucking pounding. That's all I got to say.
We got the best quarterback in the division.
Yeah, y'all will learn. Safe bet, Atlanta -3.
Yeah, I like it.
All right. Then we got the Jaguars and the Dolphins. The Florida
Dolphins are the easiest lock I think I've ever seen in this game.
Oh my God. Yeah. And honestly too, I'm tempted to put that over on there too.
Yeah, they score a lot. And they score really fast.
They score a lot, and then sometimes the Jaguars try to look like they're half-ass competent by scoring some, but then the Dolphins are just going to keep scoring. That's going to be the difference. So, Dolphins -3.5. Trevor Lawrence is overrated. Put in Mac Jones. Do the right thing. He's your hero.
I like the spread. I like the over, and I like Miami money line.
Whoo! A little 3-fer, baby.
You could hit a 3 easily.
Yeah, there you go. All right, let's do it. That's an easy one. Dolphins are fast. We've been saying it all year, and we're still saying it. Tyreek is going to do great. Jaden Waddle is going to do great. Tua looked really good in his one drive, so I'm sure he's going to continue that.
Yeah.
Watch out for HM. That's going to be awesome. Yeah, he's fast, and he's really good. Moving on. We got, Raiders and Chargers. Chargers are -3.
I'm taking Raiders money line, straight up.
Okay, thank you. all right, perfect. I was going to get into that, but I'm glad we're on the same page. The Chargers are -3 because of their coach. That's it. Raiders have more overall talent. I like their coach. Antonio Pierce, he's a dog, man. He wants the boys in.
Yeah, and also you get Jim Harbaugh. I'm not going to get into the reasons why I hate him, but he loves to run the ball.
Yep.
Your 2 running backs are J.K. Dobbins. Yeah, and was it Gus?
Gus Edwards, yeah.
Yeah, so you got 2 Ravens, old running backs that didn't get the job done. You don't have a wide receiver that knows how to catch a ball, other than maybe Josh Palmer. It's definitely not Quentin Johnson.
No.
So you got a running offense with a subpar O-line, with subpar running backs. You have no receivers for a great quarterback, and you have a defense that is okay, but they're old.
Yeah, and you have to depend solely on new receivers to do anything for you. Because, it's Palmer, who's been there, but that hasn't really done anything. It's Johnson, who can't catch. And then you got Rice, and you got Ladd McConkey. So, good luck with that.
Ladd might be their best receiver.
I would agree with that. That is a good take.
But I
Raiders
take
money line.
Raiders money line. Yeah.
Raiders money line. That's easy. Maybe even
go around here.
All right. Next up, Broncos, Seahawks. I don't know about this one.
I probably wouldn't bet on this one, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think if
This is definitely one of those games that I would skip.
I would be terrified. But if I was gonna be,
I'd take the under.
yeah, Mr. Big Balls, I would go under, and then gun to my head. You're making me choose. I guess I would choose Seahawks money line.
I guess, yeah.
But if I were you guys, I would bet on this game.
I wouldn't bet on it.
No. So Seahawks might squeak this one out.
I think they
But-
will, just on the simple fact that they have a pretty decent defense and they're going against a week 1 rookie.
And that's just kind of like tails of the tape. So
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad at that at all.
don't bet on it, but if you do, probably Seahawks money line.
This
And-
next game's interesting, though.
Yeah.
The Browns are favored.
The Browns, yeah, -1. Or excuse me, nope, I'm sorry, -2.5.
Minus 2.5.
-2.5.
Dallas got a plus 120 money line.
You're okay. Yeah.
Might be making some money.
Yeah.
Browns got a great defense. They have Amari Cooper, added Jerry Jeudy, still have David Njoku. I don't think Chubb's playing week 1.
No, he's not playing for a while, I don't think. You think he's at least right now on the PUP list, so he's out for at least 4 weeks.
Yeah, he is. Granted, I've already watched this man in the offseason squat 600 pounds, so I think that he's fine. But
I think he's okay.
I think he's fine.
Well,
But Dallas has all their starters.
mhm.
They don't have a run game, but that doesn't matter. They have a great defense. They lost a corner. They lost a corner though because he got hurt already. Bland,
Yeah. Oh, really? Ooh.
he's out for the season.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, yeah, that's tough because
I don't know because as much as I want to lean one way or the other, this is probably also another game that I wouldn't bet on.
yeah, I think we just got 2 in a row right here. I think that's going to be the theme looking ahead for at least this one and possibly the next one. No, next one. But yeah, for the Cowboys and Browns,
I'd leave it alone.
I would leave it alone. Gun to my head.
Dallas money line.
Yeah, if you want to make money. Yeah, because that's
Yeah.
really just the point at this point is Dallas money line. Dallas might be able to squeak it out. And also, if you're starting Deshaun, we ain't saying nothing on this man, and he's a fucking piece of shit. So it's just like, whatever.
Yep.
Commanders and Bucks. Commanders and Bucks.
Dude, I would almost be tempted to take Washington in this one.
Yeah, that's what I'm. Okay, this is why we flow so well. We just got the same fucking brain when it comes to NFL football, man.
But also, if Baker comes out and plays halfway competent, I definitely think with his wide receivers that he could carve their defense in half.
That's going to be the biggest problem is if Baker does play half decent, the Commanders do not have a secondary.
Mhm.
They do not. And Chris Godwin,
They barely have a pass rush.
yeah, you already know. Yeah, they're
They got rid of Chase Young and Montez Sweat, and they just have Jonathan Allen.
Yeah, Deron Payne, but that's interior. Yeah,
They
that's
have 2
interior.
defensive tackles with no edges.
And they got a lot of new guys who,
Half of them came from us.
yeah, who we'll see. So
They got Frankie Louvu and Jeremy Chin from us.
what? Did you just convince yourself to take the Bucks?
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I think I did. I think
let's do it.
I definitely trust. So if I don't trust Baker, I definitely trust Mike Evans.
Yeah,
So
and so money line for sure. I'd be comfortable with that spread too.
yeah, I don't think this is going to be a field goal game.
Nope, it's going to be one thing or the other. But if Baker plays at all, yeah, you got Mike Evans. Yeah. So let's go Bucks. I'm calling Bucks for week 1. Moving on. Ooh, I got a feeling this is going to be a great game because it was
No.
last time.
I have a feeling that the Lions win by 10.
10?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I trust one team's defense way more than the other, especially because the other doesn't have Aaron Donald anymore.
That's true. So it's really going to be very dependent on Matthew Stafford getting the ball out to Kupp and Nakua.
Don't get me wrong. I think because they've already said that Cooper Kupp is back 100% healthy. I think that really hurts Puka Nakua.
Yeah.
But it's a good one, too. Don't get me wrong. Kyron Williams is good.
Going to be returning kicks.
I think that's a terrible decision. But
It is. He's going to get injured a lot faster.
you never see any team have their RB1 returning kicks.
Yeah, that's wild.
Which is why I think it almost scares me to even have him a lock as being their starter for very long. Even though I can't speak. I just had a fucking stroke. As much output as he did have last year, it's sketchy.
Yeah.
Like it's like who in their right mind puts their starting running back also returning kicks?
No, I
don't.
You don't. So, yeah, if I was betting this game, I'd say
Taking the Detroit spread, and I'm taking the Lions money line.
yeah. And then maybe if you want to get saucy, take the over. If you're feeling over. Yeah,
because I definitely see the offenses being able to do their thing respectively, but one defense is way better than the other.
Yeah, and that's what's gonna make the difference. You got a lot of pressure coming in from Hutchinson, and that might give him some problems because, especially too, that O line still really hasn't fully recovered from the Super Bowl year. Like,
nope,
we're left a sizable gap, and it just kind of shit ran downhill.
Yep.
So Hutchinson might be a problem tomorrow.
And the Rams' best pass rusher is a rookie, so
yeah,
Jared Verse.
That's right. Gonna see him. Maybe he might do something. Who knows? But I would say yes, the Lions defense is going to be better, and there you go. You got the spread, money line. If you want to get a little risky, go for the over. But the over also totally could happen. It's like that's a feasible over.
Yeah.
Finally,
last one.
Finally, the last one, and the last one, 2 days away from 1 year
9/11
since the incident. And I know what you guys are thinking. Aaron
Rodgers.
And his Achilles injury. Oh, boy. This is going to be a very interesting first drive. That's really all I want to watch. And it's a night game. Oh.
I'm going to say this right now. If Aaron Rodgers is healthy and Aaron Rodgers plays, New York wins this game.
Oh, yeah, with that defense? That defense is going to scare the shit out of Brock Purdy because now you have a two-headed fucking monster with Aaron Rodgers being healthy. Because Aaron Rodgers is still Aaron fucking Rodgers.
Yep. I don't care if he's 40.
No.
I really don't.
No. Aaron Rodgers.
I don't care if he wants to go do hella drugs and sit in a dark closet. Like, I don't care. If he wants to do fucking peyote and sit in a cabin in the woods for 3 weeks, I don't care.
Yeah. So with a healthy Aaron Rodgers, that is delicious. +3.5.
Healthy Aaron Rodgers, healthy Breece Hall, revamped O-line, Garrett Wilson.
Arguably the best defense in the league.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, 49ers are obviously
good. Yeah.
But Brock Purdy versus Aaron Rodgers, I'm taking Aaron Rodgers.
I think Aaron Rodgers is about to come out here and remind people what the fuck he is.
Yeah. This
Being
might be
40 or not. I don't care.
No. This is going to be a great game, even in Levi Stadium. Yeah, I think Aaron Rodgers, I mean, he's not at a home game, but he's at home. That's where he's from. That's where he grew up cheering for. He loves Levi's. He's got a little chip on his shoulder from all those NFC Championship games. But now he has the talent to show for it instead of rookie receivers that don't know shit.
Yep.
So this could be a Aaron Rodgers game. Let's do it, dude. Let's do it. +3.5, money line, +165. Take them both.
Yep. I like it.
Hell yeah. And everyone, the world is going to be watching that first drive. So
100%.
Very exciting week one. Very exciting week one. I'm excited for NFL football to be back. I think with everything that we have and we laid out, our record is going to be looking pretty fucking good after week 1. And for all of you who don't know about these next few weeks, we will remind you again, unfortunately, my love, Pip will be out. Got to do some stuff.
Got to go save the world, man.
Got to go save the world. Got to go do some cool guy shit. But he will be back. For the time being, I know next week we have our good friend, our favorite listener, our most loyal listener, Jackson from Australia, coming on to talk about how the Texans and Colts game went versus looking forward. I will probably be covered. I promise to you, this is a promise not just to the audience, but mostly to Pip. Pip, I promise you, I will be reading and studying and watching college football like a madman this week. So I can do at least 20% of justice to what you give us every week. So I will be trying my ass off.
I got you, bro.
Trying my ass off. We will be covering college week 2. We will be covering NFL week 1, and it's going to be exciting. But make sure that for any of you who listen, shouts out to Pip. The man's got to go, but we're going to hold it down. And when he comes back, oh my God, y'all don't even know. That's the worst
You're
part.
going to be killing it.
Y'all don't even know what's going to happen when he comes back. It's going to be psychotic. It's going to be a murder scene. Don't let us get hot. Don't let us get hot. So,
look. You wonder why I'm looking at my phone. I'm trying to see how much money we would make on our picks. Before we get off air.
Yeah. Please. Because this could be some good stuff. Yeah, we're over here trying to get you guys rich. But
it's I couldn't remember all of them off the top of my head, but with what I did remember, it would be a 21 pick bet slip.
21 pick bet slip?
Yeah.
Okay. I like that.
It's still trying to check the odds for everything I put in there. It's like, what the fuck is your problem?
If anybody wants to put even $10, $20 on this, I mean, shit, we might just start throwing our money at this thing every week just to see what we can do.
Dude, I don't know if it's even going to be able to think this much.
Making it do all the work that you possibly can.
Dude, it's literally just been checking the odds for like 3 minutes. I don't even know if it would let me do the 21 pick parlay, to be honest with you.
So here's what we can do. What we'll do is if you go to X at mid of the pack, we will post what you can win by using all of our picks.
Yep.
And that way, if you want to get rich, and if you're smart and not an idiot, you'll put money on this humongous bet slip and become a millionaire.
It's 21 pick parlay.
But it will be on mid of the pack when this episode drops tonight. And make sure you follow us everywhere else too. TikTok at mid of the pack, Instagram at mid of the pack, YouTube middle of the pack with Pip and Fax. It's the name of the fucking podcast. Surprise.
Yep.
But thank you all for tuning in. Everybody wish good luck to Pip.
I will see y'all in October.
I'll be back next week with Jackson. I'm going to try to hold this down. Y'all give me some grace. I'm going to be in the trenches. Not as much as Pip, but I'm going to be in some trenches. And we appreciate every single one of y'all listening. Have a good week, y'all. Peace.